feet and stuff.
That's my phone.
So it's probably just gonna be on us for a minute. For the simple fact it is late. Couldn't just leave the kids in the other room without them wanting to
Yeah.
bust in.
Ooh.
What's so funny?
Trying not to be in mommy mode.
You gotta be your true self. You start talking while I take care of this.
What's the topic of the conversation is going to be tonight?
Different perspectives.
Different perspectives.
We all have different perspectives on life because we was all raised different, all came up different, all been through traumatizing shit that make us think different. So today is, why do you think the way you think? Why do you think that's that's a broad statement to ask, why do you think the way you think? But yeah, why do you think you believe in the things you believe in?
But the thing that I believe in now is because I chose to believe that.
And what I mean, like, as far as like, what are your beliefs on religion, God, Jesus? Like, what are those beliefs like? Putting you on the hot spot.
I believe that there is a higher power. Everybody has their choice to believe what. I don't believe any religion is wrong because everybody, our religions, uh, have a God, a universe, Most High. Everything is all tied to it being someone above us. You know what I'm saying?
Is it someone, something, energy? Like, what you think?
Well, you know what I believe. I believe in energies. So.
Yeah, I want them to, like, I don't want to be telling the world your beliefs when you right here. Like, I know what you believe in, but do they know what you believe in? Because you know me, I got some weird beliefs. Like, I think outside the box. And some of the time, like, you don't think like that.
You're right, I don't.
So I be wanting to think sometimes, like, what you be thinking about my crazy thoughts on religion, all of that. Cause I wasn't always like this. When we first got into our relationship, I was a Christian. But just overall, over time, I just started to evolve and change. So I started to like learn different things or study different things. And some of those things, she was like, "Nah, I don't know about that."
Yeah,
So
like,
I'm like, how was you feeling when I started going through my different phases? I'm like,
oh, I still love you. They make me love you any less, but you know, I voiced my opinion when I was
not a
like,
lot though. You ain't voice your opinion too much. She was most of like, nah, I don't, cause I'll be always like, hey, you should watch this video with me. She like, nah, you go watch that in the living room.
yeah,
Like so.
I don't. Well, you already know, like all that cussing, like, yeah,
No.
yes,
Did you grow up in a cussing household?
yes. That's why I'm like, no, no, now.
Do you cuss today? Yes.
Yes, but not a lot. Only when I'm mad, but not a lot.
But what's the point if a person cusses in their
Because
message though?
when it's like every other word.
But you're exaggerating right now.
No, 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 no.
What's up, Lotus? Like she's exaggerating right now. What's your opinion on the subject of video games and relationships? I love video games.
Video games,
like,
yeah.
We both play video
Yeah, we both,
games, but I don't play it 24/7.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't mind. Like if he was to go in the next room and play
Video games
video
all day.
games,
She
I
not
wouldn't mind.
bothering.
But only if it's 2K. If it's 2K, you going on. But if it has a storyline to it, then I'll sit and watch it with him. I'll watch him play and stuff like that. Like what was the game you was always playing?
Uncharted.
Uncharted. I would sit and watch, yell at him like, "You gotta go there!" Like we'll try to. Yeah, I'm one of those. I like to yell at him when he's playing.
But video games is fun. Like
Yeah.
it takes you like the stress off the thing. Like she like, nah, I know GTA. Nah, she is.
Yeah, I'll
I
sit
can
and
play
watch-
GTA.
yeah.
She just not gonna watch me sit and
Yeah.
play it. Like so.
Like I like we had an Oculus and I just bought Resident Evil. I like scary games. So
Yeah, so we be playing video games. Definitely, we be all playing Roblox. Me, her, and the kids.
Yeah.
So we'll play Roblox together.
together. So
Yeah. But I don't play video games every day, all day though. Unless I was getting paid to do it, then I would like play video games more often. But
no, right now you just had dinner. You just had dinner, Mama.
go on, mama. I'm smoking. You too close.
Sit back down. Sit down and play with you.
Yeah, but I love video games. If
No,
your
you
person
should do it.
if you in a relationship and your dude play video games all day, he not out doing nothing stupid, he not in the streets, he not like cheating on you, like you should be happy, honestly.
Yeah.
You can't really complain that he not showing you too much of attention.
Like my dad, I grew up with my dad. He always played video games. My mom would sit, and play. No, she would watch him, but my mom, that was his vice. So that would calm him down from work, sitting home, come home, knowing he got a game to play and stuff like that. And so seeing my mom not complain, like why would I complain? Like he's at home safe instead of out in the streets chasing skirts or doing all extra other things. Like nah, I'm cool. You can say go ahead. I know where you at.
But you said I knew I literally seen the video and clicked it. Tell us in the future viewers what made you two start this channel and platform. So as far as positive minds only, like what made me start it, honestly. This my wife, she's been there from the beginning. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, I have.
But
Supporting, making sure he record. You gonna record today, Dad? You gonna record?
I
Yes.
started positive minds only at the time. Like I was trying to be creative and I was trying to start something. Like I wasn't trying to be no YouTuber. I wasn't trying to be on YouTube. And then I'm like, I gotta create a brand. Like Nipsey Hussle, my favorite rapper. So I'm like, I need a brand. I need something that everybody gonna like remember. Everybody gonna be able to relate to. Positive minds only. So I started that as in I'm going to interview you too via chat, but I'm listening for sure. But I started in as a podcast. That's what it started as. It didn't start off on YouTube. Like I always had YouTube, but it wasn't like what I'm posting today. So
Like if you go back to the very first episode, I'm on there.
yeah, on
And
the
I was supposed to
podcast.
come back,
She-
but I was working. Like the job I had, yes, babe, open and close. I was open and closing
that
every
was
day.
in 2018.
Yeah.
As far as my podcast, I've dropped over 90 episodes. She's only on like 2, 3. Like she wasn't working all those times. Like I did. It started in 2018.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
for her being on this live, like it's finally because I've been told her to get on live. I've been told her
Yeah.
to start her own Facebook.
He had
I mean her own YouTube
YouTube.
channel, but she.
But
been
my thing is
procrastinating.
like, like I'll do everything else. But he had to, like, when we got together, I didn't even have only thing social media I had was a Facebook. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have Snapchat. None of that. Even I don't even utilize my Instagram today. Like I think where my phone at? I think the last post I made was from
Couple
October,
months ago.
like months ago. Like I don't use my social media like that. The only thing I really do use is Facebook, but that's for like posting like little memes and stuff like that. But yeah, he didn't want me to start a YouTube.
What are y'all zodiac signs and y'all stance on the dynamic amongst different couples? So we're both water signs. I'm a Pisces. She a
I'm a
Cancer.
Cancer.
So, like we relate. We grew up both in the same city. We went to the same school. So like we both kind of the same, but she's more of the motherly, like the
I'm a
caring.
nurturer.
Yeah, and I'm more of the spiritual, like shit, like whatever you want to call it. Like I'm never on earth. Like I'm always in my head. I'm always thinking about something else. Like so, we mesh well together.
Yeah.
Cancers though, like 50 Cent is a cancer. Kevin Hart is a cancer. Like those are just the male cancers, but I don't truly know no female.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I know some. But yeah, cancers are dope. This is my second wife, like, but my ex-wife, she was another water sign. She was a Scorpio, so that shit did not work out. Like, we did not mesh well. This is, she is my peace. Yeah, like, she's the reason why I freaking changed who I was and like the way I was when I first met her. I was a different individual. I was still me, Kennedy, but like as far as like being manipulative and sneaky and stuff, like I was on a whole nother level. So I decided I need to change if I wanted to keep this woman by my side. So I'm like, shit, that triggered me into being a spirit. I mean, waking up, thinking about karma a lot more, like realizing karma happens every time you do something. Like karma comes back quick now. It don't take 5 years or 2 years. Like karma comes back immediately. So we went through our ups and downs, but hey, we here now. So now she on YouTube. I said, hey, this is what I said though. I'm like, hey, if you post a picture, more people gonna come to the live. They're not gonna come to the live. They see my face. They do. But if they see this beautiful woman on the live, like, who is that? Let me click. So it worked.
I married you.
What's up, Mr. Motivator? Do you two believe in terms of life in general? We're all asked to be here or what? So I know. I mean, you asking some great questions.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you spiritual. Like we all have missions. We all have purposes. So I feel like we're all trapped in a reincarnation cycle right now. But there's certain people who are coming and they come here for certain missions, so they have a choice. Like they truly choose to come out here. So man, just got on my mind. Hey, show out for. Some people choose to come out down here, but some have a karmic debt to keep returning until they fulfill what they came down here to do. So
Yeah, I believe that as well. Do believe that.
nah, I want to hear your own. Like, don't just say
I know. I was just finna say. I'm like, but some of his beliefs I have to go against. Like when it comes to the kids, like he believed like when like something bad happens, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that baby didn't deserve that. Like, and then he'll be like, he'll say like, well, you gotta think about the past life. What I look like.
Like, but cause
No,
how else?
no, no,
if
no,
you,
no,
like,
no, no. Like
this is a perfect.
that just like every time he says that, I just have to go. I'm like, cause I know it.
That's because you're a mother. Once
Because
again,
I'm like,
trying
because
to
that
understand what
like
God
that like
said.
really like I'd be like, why do children
Okay.
have to get diseases and cancers, or they get pedophiles and stuff like that, get them and stuff like that. That like hurts
Like,
my
why does
soul.
that? First
Yes,
of
like
all,
why does that have to happen to kids? Like I understand uh a karmic cycle will like keep having to come back and relieve that, but I'm like, let it get to the dope, not babies, because they're harmless. You
but
can't,
what if
babies
that
can't
person
fight
in
back.
their
Like,
past life did stuff to babies? So
yeah,
as a
but I'm
baby,
like,
they have to receive
I'm
that
like,
karma.
just get them back when they're adult.
But
Like,
that's not how. Like when you gotta think about it, when a baby is reborn, that's not truly a baby.
I know.
The flesh is a baby, but
Yeah,
that
the
spirit,
flesh.
that soul that comes back, is thousands of years old. So it's been a baby probably hundreds of times.
Yeah, but
So like shit happening to a, I mean not to say shit, but bad things happening to a child, like that's very normal on Earth. So like. I'm like, and that's how I deal with like not being too sad or getting too caught up in what goes on in the world because there's a lot of evil in the world. Some people be focusing too much on the evil and the negativity. So I'm a
yeah, so
person. I'm like,
now,
okay, I think I got. Well, I believe I know why stuff like that happens. So, but she be like,
yeah, man, I can't.
But I'm like, so what's your explanation for it
I'd
happening
be
then?
like, I'll take everything else, but I can't take that. Like I'll say, I can't honestly. I can't explain. Like I don't understand why. But
Like I get great chemistry. Quick question. I know I'm throwing a lot back to back, but y'all seen the new Matrix. It speaks volumes to a lot of individuals who are outside of entertainment. Actually, I did. We did
yeah,
see the
we saw it.
Matrix, but I was disappointed in like not the message, not the meaning. I mean, what it stood for, but like just the overall how they dropped it.
Yeah, I
Like
have
how
to. I have to rewatch it again because
I
like
will
it wasn't keeping my attention, and I
exactly.
was like in my phone most of the time, and I'll look. I'm like, oh, that's a good scene, and then I'll get back in my phone. So it wasn't keeping my attention. So I have to watch it again, which I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow.
But the Matrix, it did like the new one. It did deal on like past life
Yes.
type of stuff. It
Hmm.
did talk about like twin flames, even though it didn't say twin flames, but like
You
that
know what it was referring to.
Neo and what's the chick name? Like when they couldn't come together, and when they
Yes.
did, it was like explosions and
Hmm.
fire. So shit, bad shit happened. So I'm like, I liked it, but overall, like I like the first one better. And then like the second one was cool. I didn't really care about the third one. The fourth one, yeah, they could have did way better than that. As far as like Morpheus' character too, like he was just like, why they
Yeah.
got him dressed like like the Joker? Like,
Yeah.
chill, bro. Like you should have been. I don't know, but that's once again that's focusing on like the actors and like the costumes. But there's you supposed to
There's a
focus.
message behind it. Yeah.
Of course, most people only look at the entertainment part. So I try to look at the entertainment part because I'm a person who watch movies. I'm focusing only on the message.
How do y'all deal with loneliness?
How do
Hmm. Well, with me, when I was single, yes, sit down. When I was single, I would just find things I like to do. Like, if I liked watching movies, I would sit down and watch my favorite movies. Or I have a twin, so I would call my sister up. I'll talk to her. Um, I just try to keep busy,
me?
occupied.
I like being alone. Like I can't be ever lonely because
Yeah,
I have kids. I have a wife. But me overall, I love to be alone. I could be in my office for hours
yeah,
and like I'm at peace. So
yeah. And
being
that's what it
alone,
is. Like we like being. Like I don't like being all under him, and he
yeah,
really doesn't
like
like being all under. Well, I'm not gonna say he doesn't like being all under me because if he has to be under me, but I don't like being clingy. We're not clingy, but we can take our time away from each other.
so being lonely, like if you feel lonely and you crave a partner,
Hmm.
like that's different. But if you just can't be alone by yourself, like you gotta understand, like why do I feel like that? Why is that the case? Why I can't be alone? When we come into this world alone, and we gonna definitely die alone. So first of all, you alone with yourself 24/7. So it's understandable to have to want a partner, especially when you know there's good people out there. But I think you had mentioned earlier, like why do God keep sending you people that hurt you? Like there is for a reason to help you learn who you are. Like you could break up with a girl because all of her toxic flags, and the next girl you get with, she'll be the exact same way because you never truly focused on yourself. You never truly worked on yourself. You really more focused on being with someone because of love. And most of the time, you want love because you didn't have that growing up. Like, so me, I was like that. Like, I couldn't be alone. Like, so, and thank God I didn't have to be alone. You need balance if you get an honest partner. Definitely. Like telling you, you need this. This is a balance because I'm super honest.
Hmm.
Speaking of movies, have you two had any coincidental, symbolic moments that seem to happen at the right but weirdest time to show how long ago? Hopefully, you understand the question. So, oh yeah, easy. That question is easy for me. Like probably not for her, but
Yeah, I'm saying thinking like,
I'm gonna answer this question.
that's a
The
good question.
symbolic meaning, like the coincidences, is multiple. Like it's multiple. For the simple fact, we both went to high school together,
Hmm.
but I was like 2 grades higher, and she was in my little sister's grade. but I always seen her. I always like admired her. She's a twin. Like and she was tall and light skinned, so they stood out. Me, I was quiet. I never would say nothing at all. Like so, like I graduated from high school. 10 years later, we're working at the same job. Like this is after I got a divorce. I came back home from North Carolina, and like I would have to cook for her because I was a cook and she was the security at the
Yes.
casino. So every
Take it
day,
forever.
every day, I would see her and I'd be thinking in my head like one day like she's gonna be my girl. So eventually, I like get the courage to DM her on Facebook, and at first, like she said didn't turn me down, but like at first, like she kind of like played me. I can't
No.
remember what she said or nothing, but
He said no. I think it was like I had responded to one of those questions on your. He had did like one of those polls,
oh yeah,
and I had responded, and he said something to me, and I'm like,
it was a answer
Yeah.
that like I couldn't you couldn't continue with the
Yeah, you
answer. It
couldn't
was like one of
continue.
those shut off answers.
Yeah, so I'm
"Man,
like,
I guess
we
she ain't
said,
interested."
I'm like, you didn't ask me nothing. I just
But then-
responded to the answered your post.
But once we got together though, like I ended up finding out her and my little sister was best friends, like in middle school. So I'm like, it was a bunch of things like that happened like that. Like I knew like this was my partner. Like so. So your partner, your true partner, the person you're supposed to be with, like you're gonna have that connection. It's gonna be those type of synchronicities. Like so. I mean, don't just settle for less. Know what you want in your partner, and don't settle for less. Like, be exact, like to the T. If you want her to be tall, if you want her to be a certain skin complexion, if you want her to be intelligent, smart, if you don't want her to have certain things, write that down. And like, focus on what you want, and then don't let nothing distract you from getting what you want. But you gotta focus on yourself. You gotta become the person that can even handle what you asking for. See, I was wanting her, but I couldn't handle her because when I first got her, I was messing up. So I've been single since 2018. I've been giving myself self-love for a long time. If you're looking for love, I'm pretty sure it's on its way. Like, but you just gotta know what you want. Like I said,
Be
don't
patient.
settle.
Don't go looking, because then you attract the wrong one. Let her find you.
Exactly, because the universe will send you some more bad ones just to see if you over like the past ones that you
Exactly, and then step out your type. Like if you have a type, try to date outside that type.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I never thought I would date somebody that was taller than me.
And yeah, shorter. I didn't think I was gonna date anybody shorter.
She didn't think she'd date me. I mean, like I said, like in high school, 10 years ago, I seen her every day, and I'm like, dang, like she fine, like she on the basketball team. Like I keep repeating twin, like so I'm like, to manifest her years later, it may take a lot of time.
Exactly, and then the crazy thing about it is it happened at the right time, because I always said I wouldn't date anybody, like nobody I worked with. I never dated anybody I worked with, so I was like, so by him being a cook, I always knew like, okay, you
I ain't gonna date that.
You like, yeah, we can't date.
But
I
left that
friends.
job.
We can be friends, but we can't date. But he left, and then after we started back talking, that's when like, yeah, I'm going to dealer school. Like, really?
And then I came back.
Really? And he came back as a
So I
dealer.
left the casino as a cook, did trucking for like 6 months, got fired from that, rightfully so. Came back as a dealer, then
Yeah.
it was on from there. Then we moved to Vegas a year later.
And going strong.
Yeah. We have to find a certain way to do a video interview. If you guys are up for it, I'm sure a lot of viewers could utilize it for sure. Definitely, I said I got a podcast for sure. Up 100 image. But like I said, you gotta probably have more pictures on the line. Like, that's the secret. I figured it out. You gotta have a fine woman who's on the thumb.
I'm so silly.
What else questions y'all got though? Cause this is fun. Like,
Exactly.
usually for the past few lives, like I've been doing it every day for like at least an hour or 2 hours a day. But it'd be me and like a few other people in the chat.
Yeah,
Mr.
comment.
Motivator,
Yeah,
Lotus, they've been consistent.
Yeah,
But
comment. I'm like, oh, I'll be
it's-
sitting there commenting. I'm like, because I don't want to comment because we talk all the time. And plus, like, I get real talkative. Like, I really don't talk during the day. But when I get talkative, when he want to get ready to go to bed, and I'm like, okay, time to talk, bed.
I'll be like, time for me to go.
Yeah, that's when I seem to get the most talkative.
Thing. Can you stop making all that noise?
Yeah, but let's see, I'm grateful for everything on.
Yep, we 5 years in and on this month.
Yeah. What? We can count on our hands how many arguments we done had.
Yeah.
So, cause I'm not a fighter. I don't argue.
You both not.
Yeah, we don't. Like I try my best not to be. I hate confrontations. Like I don't like. We're not loud. Hey, mama.
Yeah, like we both quiet people. Like overall, like we both super quiet. Is that your life path number? Number 5?
No, it's not time to call yet.
She be stealing my lighters. Like all the lighters I got currently is empty.
It ain't. It's not my fault.
It ain't your fault that you take them.
You leave them around, and I just pick them up.
It ain't that I leave them around. It's that I need them around because I be in different areas. Like I don't always be in my office. So
because when I light my incense, and I just set it down, I come back and it's in the same spot. I'm like, okay, well, I just go put it in my drawer. No, I put it in my drawer for next time when I light the incense. I know where a lighter is.
But if you put them in my office,
you'll use them all.
You said I use them all? That's what they made for?
Stop doing that.
Oh, yeah, Angel. That's what's up. My life path number is 9. My destiny number is 5. So that's a connection I got. Glad y'all came back. Hey, what's up, Tasha?
Hello. Ah.
I gotta come
yeah,
back.
I'm finally here.
Gotta get
finally
monetized.
Finally popped up.
I gotta get monetized. Like,
close the door.
I'm a new subscriber for sure, Big Dog. Just keep speaking your truth and then speak volumes. Digital creator, YouTube myself. Salute y'all. For sure, thank you for the subscribe. I ain't even been saying like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm gonna start. Ken's been on me about starting a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna start.
I guess I gotta have just keep her on here since she don't want to do it herself and do it her own. I guess you working for me now. Cause I've been like really working on YouTube like to get monetized. So I've been doing lives every day, like trying to get my watch time hours up. So now there's more people in here for the simple fact she's in here.
I wouldn't say that's per se the reason. You normally get this amount. Well, we can't really see the view, but you get this amount.
What y'all learning from each other? For me, for what do I learn from her? Like, I learned that, like, every woman ain't the same. Every woman not gonna do you wrong. Like, there are good people in the world. Like, every woman I had dealt with up prior to her, like, I either hurt them or they hurt me. So, like, I realized I had to change because I couldn't keep hurting her because I was only ending up hurting myself. So, I learned, like, for real, like, everybody... there are people who want your best intentions out there, like, cause I couldn't trust nobody, like, for real, I couldn't trust nobody. I still don't trust people, but that's my wife, so I gotta trust her.
Yeah, he's taught me to speak up more for myself because I learned to speak up more for myself because stuff will happen and I just brush it off and I won't say anything, and he's like, why you not saying anything? You get to let people know how you feel. And stuff like that. So he's been. If y'all hear blocks, she's down there playing with her blocks.
Yeah, Gigi. She be trying to make the most noise that she possibly can. Like if she hear us getting louder, she gonna try to top it.
Yeah.
Usually I try to keep my office clear of babies, but since she in here, like they gotta be in here too, cause.
Yeah. They attached to their mama.
They'll be knocking on the door, banging on the door. Y'all definitely motivated me to go ahead and start my channel for sure. Post every day.
Hmm. And he's motivating me to start mine. Like watching him do this, like especially with his podcast. Like I thought, like 'cause normally what he does is he'll start something and won't finish. He will not finish. Like it's series, TV shows, series we didn't start it, and we still have not finished them. And I've been waiting. Like, are we gonna watch this yet? Are we gonna like? Can I watch it without you? Can I do this without you? Huh? Yes, baby.
And most of the
Go
time,
ahead.
I'm like, yeah, because I ain't about to finish that shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like watching him do something. Because of course, like if you go back and look farther on the channel, we didn't came back so many times, started, then stopped, started, and stopped, and now he's been posting every day. Like how many days? Like for 2 months now, he just posted every single day, and now he's doing lives every single day, if not twice a day. And so now he's on me like, are you gonna start it? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if people want to see me. I don't know. Like, we have ideas. Like, I have ideas. Like, I can write a book.
She be always coming up with ideas, but I'm like, yeah, they sound good, but I know you ain't gonna put them in the actions. So why you telling me, bro? Like,
I'm like, because maybe you will do it.
People love to like give me their great ideas. I'm telling you, like, people always like, hey, you should. I got this idea for you. I'm like, bro, do it yourself, cause like I be having a lot on my plate. So definitely smash that like button. Like, get your motivation on. What's it like being parents? That's a good question. What's it like being parents? See, me, I'm the father of 7. She's the father. My dad. I can say the father. Like I'm the dad of 7. She's the mom.
Yes, of 3. But I am a bonus mom of 4. We have 3 here with us now. I'm the oldest. No, I'm talking about. We have a total of 6 with us. But the oldest one is still in Indiana. But we just got the other 3. We had our 3, and then we got his 3
from my ex-wife.
From the ex-wife in December, and so it's like it's an adjustment. Like I'm not used to so many kids.
Like she's being put to the test right now.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm used to. I'm used to it. Like I've been being a dad my whole life since I was 19. I probably wasn't the best dad when I first started having kids. Like, of course I was a poor dad. I was a deadbeat dad, if I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
like,
not yet. I'm not agreeing with you.
But I'm just saying, like, for me, like, looking back on my life compared to now, like, me, I'm really taking care of my business. So
yeah, exactly.
I've evolved into becoming a better father, and
like I love being a mom. Like, I've been a mom since I was 20, and I can't imagine not being a mom. Like, I have my sister. She doesn't have any kids, so I look at her life like, man. I'm like, you. Because she's single now, so I'm like, you sure you don't want, like, because my oldest, she loves going out there with my sister. And like, you sure you don't want Naya? I'm like, I know you by yourself, and all this extra stuff. So, and plus, she helped me raise Naya, like, ever since she was 3. So she's like a bonus mom to my oldest daughter, but she help love on my her other 2 nieces as well, but. I love being a mom. I love spoiling my babies. Like Ken, he always tell me, like, you always buying them things. You're always buying them things.
And they lose it. They stop playing. They lose it.
And I go back. Like, if they lose it, I go get another one. I'm like, okay. If I have the money, I will. But my thing is, like, I don't mainly focus on name brand things because my daughter, she's 10 and she's about like 5'7", pushing 5'8". So she's growing. She's growing out of things, and just like this one here. Hold on, Mama. Come around. Cause she got her pull-up on. She
trying to play. She trying to swing.
She's trying to play. And this is she's super spoiled because I can't go nowhere without her. Like, I have to work from home regardless. Cause if I don't, she'll scream her head off with Ken.
So I see you said with the zodiac signs. So we have 3 Aries. 1 Taurus.
2 Libras.
No, it's 3 Libras.
Oh, 3 Libras. Oh, 3. Who else a Libra? I know it's Aaliyah. Oh, Aaliyah. When is Aaliyah's birthday?
September 25th.
Okay, September 25th.
So 3 Libras, 3 Aries.
Which was supposed to be her birthday. No, was supposed to be Thena's birthday. Thena's birthday was supposed to be September 30th. No, she would have been a Libra. So
She's is a Libra.
no, I thought she would have been. Oh yeah, she is a Libra.
So it's 3 Libras, 3 Aries, and 1 Taurus.
Mhm.
So
And the birthdays is crazy because we got two. She shares a birthday with her older sister, which is Naya, which is April 14th, and then we have Thena and Trayvon, and their birthday is
Is a
the
day
day
apart.
after each other. So Thena's birthday is on the 6th, and Trayvon's birthday is on the 7th. So it's like, whew, we don't get no breaks in between. What, Mary?
Well,
And it's crazy because I think Naya, she wished, because she used to be like, I wish I was a twin. I wish I was a twin. And so now she shares her birthday, and the first thing she said, she's like, "No, I'm a twin." I'm like,
but
"No."
now she be like, I wish I had my own birthday.
Lift the camera up, son. She hungry. I still nurse, y'all.
Well, you just gonna have to get out. She's still here. She just can't be in the camera.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, being a parent is fun because I'm able to teach my kids not how I was raised, but like as I'm learning in life, I'm teaching them what I'm learning. So I be hard on them because I'm teaching. I'm grooming black children. Like so, this a hard world. So I can't just be soft on my children because the world is definitely not gonna be like that. So me, like I don't baby my children. Like I keep it. Like I'm hiding nothing from them. They know I smoke. Like they know I cuss. Like they know I'm gonna give you some game. Like I ain't gonna hold nothing. I ain't gonna lie to them. Like if they be like, "Is this ugly or is this cute?" I'll be straight honest. Like that shit ugly. But if it's cute, I make sure I give them. They just do. But I understand. Like I didn't have a father, so like I missed out on a lot of game. But then again, my dad was. I ain't gonna say he was a criminal, but he was in the streets, so he wouldn't have raised me the right way. So.
Yeah, but yeah, so far the kids get along pretty well.
Can't coddle them.
Yeah, they get along
Yeah,
well.
I mean, but I do that too. Like I still do like love on my children, but I also make sure they get like it's a balance. Like
Exactly, like we did. What did we do? We co-sleep. I co-slept with all my babies, but with co-sleeping, it brought up my anxiety. Like I was on high alert. Like it would be weeks or days I would go without sleeping because I would be making sure she's breathing or making sure, because I was afraid, especially with Naya when she was first born. I was afraid she was gonna suffocate. SIDS, because I read a lot of books about child sudden infant death, and so it scared me. So the very first day I brought her home from the hospital, I didn't want to take her out of her car seat. She slept in her car seat. I was so scared, and I stayed up all night just watching her little chest go up and down, up and down. I literally stayed up all night. And then my mom came in and was like, "Girl, if you don't go to sleep," I'm like, "I can't. Something's gonna happen." This little human, and so it's crazy
she's
because
almost manifesting that into her life.
Yes,
like if
but
she wasn't as powerful as she was today, she'd have manifested that.
what?
Like, but
And it's crazy because I did, and even though Thena is 6 years apart. Come on. 6 Gigi, stop. 6 years apart. I did the exact same thing with Gigi. Like I was still constantly up checking her, and I did the same thing with Gigi when she came home from the hospital.
she's always worrying about being a great mother. I
Yeah.
be like letting her know like you like like overly great mother. Like there's mothers out there that ain't shit. So I'm like, you just don't understand. Like you actually like doing a great job, but you don't see it because you always worrying. Like you always stressed. So I'm like, me, I'm the more like more
Because
balanced.
the reason why I'm like that is because my parents, they worked so much that they really wasn't around like that. So I just want to be around for them and make sure they have like great memories. I'm trying to be a. Even though my mom was great, don't get me wrong, she was a great mother, but I want to be a good mom. Like I'm always trying to find things to do.
I know she over here reminiscing in the back of her head, like, girl, you is a great mom. And she was overthinking it. People overthink stuff. Children would say the most hurtful ish. My 8-year-old told me his teacher wears a wig and she has yellow. My kids like that too. They'll
Yeah.
tell the truth.
Yeah.
What? Thina, like our 4-year-old, like she
Yeah.
be roasting me. I be
Yeah.
roasting her back too. I'm like, hey, this ain't what you want.
Yeah.
I took you. I brought you in this world. Don't try to. Will never overthrow the master. Nah, I'm just playing.
Why do you all need to do this?
Hmm?
I see. Just spoke of her and she
I
just
don't know,
appeared.
baby.
For 5 minutes?
Yeah, for 5 minutes, okay?
It's gonna take too long.
No, it's not. You got my phone, so go watch it.
I
Okay?
don't want to right now. I'm playing Roblox.
Okay, go ahead. Go play Roblox.
Maybe spoke. I ain't gonna say spoke of the devil because I ain't gonna like try to manifest that into her life. Her being a little demon, but she can take it there.
Uh,
On my soul, like my kids, she be in your face. Cause I teach her to be that way, like I be in her face, like
you done?
bitch. Being a parent,
You done?
like I said, Naya, that's actually my stepdaughter. So, but she's more like me.
Yeah.
Like for real, I've been raising her like since she was 5.
Since she was 5, and she's about to be 11.
Yeah, she'll be 11 this year. So, like, I'm her real dad. Like you can't tell her like. Even when she talked to her real dad, like she was saying, "Yeah, my dad's like so I know he be hating that, but like for real, like I really do raise her, like, and I don't hold nothing back, and she know I love her, so
Yeah, she, Tasha G, we did only have 2, but then,
we got 2 together, but we have she has her older
yeah, I have
daughter
an
Naya,
oldest Naya.
and then I got my other Brady Bunch.
Yeah, but Gigi, nobody knew about Gigi because we didn't post her on social media like that when I was pregnant. So she was born in 2020. So she'll be 2 in April.
Have you ever felt someone pulling you back into a bad situation when they may be manifesting bad karma or something like that? Yeah, it's people always trying to put bad energy into towards you or me. Like, yeah, I feel that all the time. Especially when I'm on a journey of getting something. I'm trying to go get something. I'm on my journey of like becoming my best self. So when a person see that and they not trying to be their best self, it's gonna make them feel jealous. It's gonna make them feel envious. So they gonna only project that energy onto you and wish bad karma on you. But they can't wish no bad karma on you if the only thing you doing is putting out positive. Now, if you putting out, like, if you low-key doing shit, you manipulative, you, like, got karma coming towards you, when they wish bad karma on you, then, like, of course it's gonna come. But if you on your journey and you not doing, like, you not sinning, like, you keeping it real, you telling the truth, like, that bad ain't no bad karma. I transmute anything somebody sending to me negative. I transmute it into positive energy. Like, but sometimes you do feel like when people attacking you, like when they spiritually attacking you, you will feel that though. Like no matter how protected you are, you gonna feel it for the simple fact the universe, your ancestors and spirit guides want you to know somebody's attacking
Somebody's
you.
attacking you, yep.
But it ain't gonna really do no damage though. Your wife gorgeous, bro. Congratulations.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
She definitely is. I'm on my marathon too. We definitely on this marathon. I remember her from your older video.
Oh,
to
yeah.
trying the military food chain. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been from the start. She's been like we've been together like. Now that was in Indiana, so now we in Vegas. We just continue to grow, continue to be ourselves. Like shit, like I said, I don't hide nothing from her. I tell her.
Yeah, he tells me everything. I tell him everything.
Cool.
But when I can remember to
She
tell.
don't remember nothing. And the thing she do remember is the thing she already told me. Like yesterday, we was having a conversation. No, it was probably the day before yesterday. We was having a conversation about like just. I know people have hidden secrets and like hidden things, not hidden, but like things they forget about, or like stories. Like no, the conversation was about her telling a story.
Yeah, he said I couldn't tell a story. Yeah,
and I'm like, tell me a story I ain't never heard before. And the two stories she tried to tell me was stories like she told me like thousands of times. So when she telling me, I'm like,
Well,
do you
hey,
remember me
at least,
telling like?
at least it's the truth. That's how you know it's the truth because the story never changes. At least you
I
know it's
know,
the
but
truth.
like we all got thousands of stories, like things we've been through. Like, but I'm like, I was right. She couldn't tell me no story.
Get that out your mouth.
Like her answers was like five, like no, not even 5 minute answers. Like it was like a 5 second answer. This, and this
Because
happened.
we both, because he know, like I have, and I have hard times talking to people. Like I feel like sometimes I can't remember stuff. I don't know why, but my communication my communication skills are horrible. But that's because of what my dad. When I was a kid, my dad I used to talk a lot. I used to talk so much as a kid, and then my dad would always tell us to shut up and only speak when spoken to. So I took that into adulthood. So
And I be
I
telling her
don't.
you gotta heal from things you went through as a child. And she like, I'm not traumatized. I don't need to heal from nothing. I'm like, no, yes you do. Like, cause your communication is trash. Like I
Yeah.
let her know, like your communication skills suck. And like I do not like. We both honest with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and
Like
sometimes
it
she
don't
like,
hurt my feelings. Sometimes it hurt my feelings, but most of the time now, it don't hurt my feelings. I'm like, okay.
I talk a lot. I'm young too. Like I'm 31, so like I'm young too, but I ain't that young. But we both talk a lot, but it's at different times. Like when I want to talk, she be wanting to watch TV.
Sure did.
When she want to talk, I be ready to go to sleep. Yeah, but I don't. I try to any story that I can think of that I remember. I be wanting to tell that mug because it be like a great story. Like if I could think of a story off the back right now, like I'd tell that mug and I'd be like happy to tell it. But if you tell her to come up with a story to tell, that mug is gonna be, I swear, 30 seconds. His mug gonna be quick to
Quick
the
and to
end.
the
I'm
point. Like
"Damn, we ain't doing
I don't-
shorts. This is alive. It's supposed to be long.
because I hate when people drag out a 30-second story. Like, okay, you could have said that a long time ago. We were
Okay, so the answer, I mean, the question is, okay, what makes y'all
Yes.
relationship? Dude, where you going, mama?
Okay.
She gonna try to mess with this phone.
Okay.
It says, what makes y'all relationship work? Communication, sex, intellectual convo. We just meshed well together. Like we just, like I don't know. It's just everything. Honestly, it's honesty is the answer. Like for real. Like I think honesty is the best answer to why we work well together.
We don't have.
Now we're having it again. Like, but she knows she's always knew I was into polygamy before I even thought I was into polygamy. But I never was like when we first got together, I wasn't as honest as I am now. Like I had a lot of secrets. And that's because like shit, I didn't trust nobody with my secrets, so I kept a lot to myself. So like she gonna have to keep me focused because when I'm telling the story, I do forget. What is the reason I'm telling the story? What was we talking about?
Why our relationship works.
And it
Truth.
comes down to honesty.
Honesty,
Right?
yes.
So I used to not be as honest, and I used to lie a lot, and I truly couldn't hide it. But she always knew I was into polygamy. So finally, when I got even more involved, I stopped cheating, I stopped lying, like I stopped being deceitful, I stopped being manipulative, like I start being open and honest, and like I stopped having the urges to even cheat. Like honestly, once I got over that lust stage and that temptation stage, I honestly could look at anybody and like not have no type of sexual thoughts. Oh, trying to mess up. Like I could look at and be in a room with a woman, and like not try to get on with her. So before, like it was hard for me to like do that, but as I evolved and became my highest self, my higher version, like now, like it doesn't matter how good you look, it doesn't matter how oh snaps, oh no.
I got you.
Like now it's a different like thing. Like so when I told her I was into polygamy, The reason I told her I was in polygamy wasn't because I had lust for other women. Like it wasn't because I wanted a bunch of other different girls. I ain't want 10 wives. I ain't want that. I'm like it was a certain person. So like I had to be honest about that person. And it was a person from the past. It wasn't like somebody like new. And then, like for me to be open and honest about that, like was I ain't truly want to do it. It was one of those things like shit. I could just keep this shit to myself, but I had made it a vow to myself. Like I wasn't gonna lie. I was gonna always keep it 100, and like whether she said yes or no, whether she went with it or not, like then it was gonna be that. Like so, she ain't really into polygamy like that, and it's not really polygamy what I want because it's different like terms like polyamory and some other ones, but like it's different ones. So having that discussion, like it was a tough discussion, and especially when it pops up a lot, like it comes up a lot, like so. I mean,
That's him trying to manifest it. Like I see what he do. He try to speak about it. Like I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing, Mister. I see that, buddy.
hey, but you know my manifestation skills work as well. So, but once again, if I can't have what I want, that's okay because God is just gonna bless me with something else in replace of what I can't truly have. So, hey, honesty is the best thing for me. Like I don't hold nothing back. Can't lie about nothing. Like I be telling her all the time. Like I wish I can lie like I used to, but I can't. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure y'all continue to comment because this is definitely a dope conversation. Like with me, like I be repeating a lot of stuff when I'm just talking by myself. But if you know, I got people in the chat that's commenting. Bay over here, like having a conversation. This the distraction. Like, as soon as I said that, she gonna throw some cheese into me. Like, no. No.
Say please.
She think I'm gonna get it after she just threw it at me? No. Fool me once, shame on me. Nah, where you going? You gonna try to knock some more stuff down. But yeah, like I said, we can count the number of times when we had an argument. We've been together over 5 years. So I ain't ever had that type of relationship. Usually my relationship, like the longest relationship I was in was with my ex-wife. That was like a 5-year relationship. But we had arguments almost every day. Like it was some shit. Like every day something was going on. Like so to be in a relationship where I have peace and I can be honest and open and like just tell my truth, like it's the best thing.
I've been in relationships where I'm the same way, and people be like, I don't like this. We don't fight. We supposed to have makeup sex? I like a little spiciness. I like a little rambunctious in my life. I'm like, oh, you with the wrong person, man. Because I don't like arguing. Like I'll try to de-escalate the situation real quick. Like, oh, what? I must have heard you wrong. Like, repeat it. I don't like it.
I've never been the person that like arguments, especially when I know I can debate. Like, I know I can pick an argument. Like I think that's why I used to argue so much in the past because I knew I would be right most of the time.
Nah, because when I argue, when
she turned into a different person.
Yeah, I get. Like, I start to see red. I'm like, oh, you think I'm stupid? Like
everybody got different versions of themselves. I start
seeing red. Like I just wanna. All right, you gotta die now. Like. Yeah, I do.
She'll never say that.
Cause we ain't never got to that point. It's biased. We never got.
I don't know. Women ain't that open. I'm different. Like is open and honest, or is she honest?
I'm honest as well.
But she ain't as open as me. Like so.
Because I'm with baby.
She can't remember nothing. Like, so I think it's some trauma. Like she went through something in her past. Like I be trying to get her to like do this meditation work with me, but she don't want to be doing it. She don't want to. She don't want to recall her past.
It's not that. It's not that because when I do meditate, like certain meditations, like I can shut my mind off. I can shut it off, and I can just meditate. But then when it's the meditation that he be wanting me to do, my mind be like, nope, 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 nope. I just like a little Pac-Man. Nope, 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 nope,
Because
nope,
there's
nope,
something
nope,
in
nope.
her past that she been through that she's trying to block out.
And I don't think
understand that, but
I don't think it is.
what do y'all think? Though? Do y'all think it's something in her past that's like she don't want to recall? Like, get her.
Gigi.
See, that's why I usually like babies in my life. They be trying to get everything. Usually she should work, but now she like,
Y'all talking. Y'all busy.
I'm honest and open. Just don't trust her. Like, you're not supposed to trust her. You ain't supposed to trust nobody. Like, I love my wife, but I always tell her, like, you ain't supposed to trust nobody. You always supposed to put yourself first. That she have a problem putting herself first, and I always tell her, hey, you're in the wrong. Like, yes, our kids is gonna always be good because they got a 2-parent household, and we both love them. So you need to fall back from always putting the kids first, because the kids is gonna grow up and they gonna be out the household one day, and you gonna be like, what are you gonna do then? Like, your job ain't. I mean, technically you gonna always be a mom, but like as far as raising a child, like it's gonna always be a time to let them go and explore the world themselves. So I'm like, you need to be finding what your purpose is, what you want to do in life, what truly makes you happy. So I be on her. She, you turn that all the way down. I ain't trying to even get yeah, I ain't trying to get copyright playing no baby music. Turn that all the way to put it on mute. You know, like she could just watch the screen. She know what it is. Like, she can play that music in her head. Or she can go like, you see how honest I am? Like how blunt I am? I'm very blunt. Well, she is too.
Hold on.
So, and then like I'm raising my children to be that way. So, honesty is the best thing that works. And then if she want to leave because I'm so honest, I'm like, well, I guess I was just too real. But I ain't gonna stop going forward. Like I tell my wife all the time, like I love you to death, but if you was to pass away, like I'll have to keep moving forward. So I will still love you. She'll be an ancestor, but I'm gonna keep moving forward. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people that's stuck and like never like get out of that sadness because they lost the love of their life. Like I'm gonna still have you in my heart for sure. But I gotta keep moving forward, like so.
And vice versa.
But I'm the one who be talking, and she be like, "Yeah, me too." Like, don't copy out me. Like, don't. I want to hear what you got to say.
Because that's.
Because I know I be saying some like stuff. Like I know I say it like. What's her sign? Cancer.
It's crazy because
I know. Trauma causes memory loss, and I be trying to tell her.
My sun is Cancer. My moon is Pisces, and my rising is Virgo. And so I got 2 water signs, and air, and.
You said no. Virgo is not air.
What is that?
Virgo is, I don't know what Virgo is. Libra is air.
Yeah.
Cancer is water.
Water, Pisces is water.
Leo is fire. Virgo is earth.
Oh, earth. Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm into astrology like that too. But that's me being a Pisces. I be telling her, hey, this is your sun sign. You're not just only a Cancer. Like, so when she be watching readings, I'm like, hey, you can't just watch the Cancer readings.
I don't know, but sometimes, and I hate watching Cancer readings.
Because the ones never really resonate.
It's always about relationships, somebody cheating on you. I'm like, I don't resonate with this.
And I be in the room just listening to that bullshit, and she be having it on for a minute. I'm like, what the fuck, you resonate with this shit?
Because I be trying to see if it's gonna change.
Fit the shit in your situation, like trying to make it well. I'm like, don't be creating no fucking extra shit in your head.
It's gonna change because I like this can't be life. This can't be what cancer is about. Like y'all out here real life getting cheated on and all this extra stuff.
But I mean, like when you don't know who you are and you
Yeah.
don't like you gonna cheat.
Yeah.
When you didn't grow up with love in your household, you gonna always look for love. I didn't have
Yeah,
a
but-
mom or a dad. So.
But the reason why, cause I don't cheat. I don't cheat. Period. I
And
have.
I told her if you ever start cheating, like
I've never
I'm out this bitch.
I've never
Like,
cheated in any of my other relationships because growing up, seeing my parents were tit for tat. They didn't leave each other, and I love them to death. They've been married for what,
long time.
35, 36 years.
No,
What?
they got married when y'all was alive, right?
Yes, I was like,
You ain't 35.
3, 4.
What you talking about? You 31.
they've been together. You gonna be together before you get married.
You said married though. You said they've been
Well, you
married.
know what I meant. Together. They've been together, but they.
Get it right. I'm like that. I'm gonna correct you on every instant. Like not everybody, but with my
Yeah.
wife. Like when you say something wrong, I'm gonna correct you.
Yeah, they've been together.
And she be on that like that with me too, so I
Yeah.
gotta make sure I'm on point.
They've been together 35 years, and they was
be
real
tapping
big
them
on tit for tat. Like, and I always, as a kid, I'm like, I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not gonna tit for tat. If I have to play that game with you, that's why with him when he was doing what he was doing, little did he know, once he hit that strike 3, I was out. I was gonna be mentally out and then physically.
Capricorn, you're not only a Capricorn, that's why it don't always resonate. Like so, if you know that, like, just check your birth chart, go on some.com and put in like natal birth charts, and if you know the time of birth, that
And your
makes it a lot
location.
better. Yeah. Well, of course they know their location.
Some people don't know their location. Some people don't know where they was born. I'm dead serious. You looking at me like,
I mean, if they wasn't born in America,
some people don't know their location.
I mean, there is somebody out there that don't know their location.
I had to call Mama, hey Mom, when I was born, what location? I was Maryville, right? Okay.
You know, oh, so that's why you made that statement.
No, because Methodist. Like, it's 2 Methodists, one in Gary and one in Maryville. I was like, which Methodist? Because I want to make
It'd
sure
be
I
about
put
the
right
city.
thing.
It don't be about the hospital. You know what city you was born in, right?
That's why I said no, because I knew I was born in Methodist.
Oh,
I didn't
so
know
you
if I
didn't
was
know if it
born in Gary or
'cause
Maryville.
They both got Methodist.
Exactly. I was praying it wasn't Gary. But yes, it was Maryville.
So why would you know the hospital and not the city though?
I don't know.
See, yeah, our relationship is funny because I definitely be like when she be explaining stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, that's why we want to talk. I'm like, because he'll make you feel real stupid sometimes. Like, really?
I don't try
I
to.
said that. I said
don't-
he wants me to go the long route
I want
instead
you
of
to
the
tell
short
the
route. I
whole
like to go the
story.
short route.
I want you to tell the whole story. No, she's right. All of my cousins were born in Pasadena, so I sold my house too. Turns out, Mama took a trip to LA for some shopping again. Okay, that's different. Cause if you was like, if your family from Pasadena, like, but I had agreed with you, and I said some people don't know. But
No, you said
once you start
outside
talking
the
about
country.
yourself,
You said outside the country.
but then I had to think like it's some
Uh-huh.
people who born in a country area, like.
I can't
Man, you just happy. You lucky. 'Cause I'd have been on you all night. Like, you know you was born.
Oh, yeah, that's silly.
I know I was born. But I've always, like, known what time I was born. I always knew what city I was born. Like I always knew everything about myself. Like, I always knew the name of, like, the meaning of my name. Like, because I was always curious about myself. And, like, dang, why my mama named me this? I wasn't able to ask her those questions, so I did a lot of research just on myself. So, looking nice.
The Gigi. Oh, she on now?
Mhm. It's supposed to be almost time for dead.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why.
Okay.
That's why. A lot of people tell me I remind them of Nipsey Hussle. I just want to attract a Lauren London. You never know if you truly want to attract a Lauren London.
Exactly, because we don't know her true personality. We see what she puts on TV or what she puts on for the public. It's two people have 2 personas, especially in Hollywood. You got what you see every day, and then you got what you see behind closed doors. Only people that know what goes on behind closed doors is people who know them personally. So I would say
You know what lyric that remind me of when you said Lauren London? He says, "She said I died alone. I told that bitch she probably right." Like, and I think he was talking about Lauren London because he vibe like he will. If anybody know about Nipsey Hussle, like from the beginning, it was always money first, like hoes second. Not to say Lauren London was a hoe because she is a woman, but like he was always money first. Like love, I ain't it ain't even about love. So when he got with her, like I felt like he achieved, he manifested what he wanted, got her, then realized like you know how you be wanting something for so long and you finally get it, and you're like, dang, this is what it is. But she was a trophy at the end of the day. Like at the end of the day, when the world see Lauren London, they see like Lauren London. So like he made her his baby. I was like that. But I mean, like then again, I don't know. Like once again, I don't know. I don't. I just don't value people's relationship because I truly don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Like for real, like Jay Z, Beyonce, Will Smith, or Jada as like for the longest
But
I.
no, no.
But they
But in the
also they
'90s,
on.
exactly in the '90s, they came out and said they were swingers. So this new
Yeah.
this new 2020 era where people are like, oh my gosh,
But I'm
they're
still
not
saying
perfect.
like
Like
people
no, they
valued their relationship until they realized their true
yes,
relationship.
but I've always known.
But
I was
that's
a kid and I knew like
But I always knew they
because
were swingers too.
yeah, the
Like, but at the
swingers
same
and
time, like I wasn't
that he
vibing.
would they would have go all on vacation with his baby mama. Like if you go on vacation, y'all out there doing fun stuff too.
Yes, I know that y'all trust me. A lot of the famous people, they characters just like some YouTubers. That way it is. Her first baby daddy was Lil Wayne. It speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like her. Come on, not to say Lil Wayne was a bad person. Like one of the greatest rappers,
Yeah,
but
I love
as
Wayne.
far as his like, like I wouldn't want to be just. I'm not a woman. I don't know what women see sometimes. So,
And that's what things with like y'all. This is us. It's
but
like this is we're genuine. Like what you see on camera. Like if we do
this is
in
like
the
as
go vlogging everything like this is like how we really are. Like and then 9 times 10 when you see me in person, that's why like when he tell me to vlog and stuff like that, I'm like I don't know if people want to see me. I'm
but
quiet. I
there's
don't
more
talk
people
to
in my
people.
life now,
Yeah, like
like
I don't.
than when I was like, cause I knew that was gonna be
Like
the
he had
case.
to, like he was like, you gonna get on here today. You said you was gonna get on here. You've been
She
telling
said
people
she
you
was gonna
gonna
get
get
on
on
there
here.
yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Like,
And so he was making sure I was gonna get on here now because I'm real life super quiet. Like I'm the quietest. Like I won't speak unless you speak to me. And then like I have trouble like keeping conversations going. Like I'm like, okay, should I say something else? Should I like I really be in my head overthinking things to the
all the
point
time.
where I won't say nothing. Like I will like I tell Ken, like I'll sit down and I will real life make up a whole scenario like, man, she not saying nothing. I don't think she like me. Nah, she don't like me. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Like I would
And
real life
then we'll stick to that, and that don't even be the case. Nah, she'll manifest that into
and I
reality.
like I don't think she like me because
Like
she not
for real.
saying nothing. So I'm like, so I won't say nothing either. But then it's like people that see through that, and they just sit next to me and just talk up a storm. Like I've
And then
met.
she like, dang, why this person just keep
Yeah,
talking to
just keep
me?
talking to me. They're like, I like your energy. You cool. You the best person. Like and then people say like I learned so much from you. She's like you quiet, but I learned so much from you. But that's like you just have to get me out of my shell. Like once I'm out of my shell, I'm talking. But until I get out of that, I'm quiet as a mouse.
It's bedtime. See, she talking. Like if it was daytime, she'd have been like quiet as hell. Like probably
Yeah.
been gone. But
Yeah.
it's bed. This the time I usually be trying to get into bed, and then she'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, start
And I'll be wanting to start talking. Like, okay, I ain't seen you all day. Time to talk.
Cause I really be in my office.
Yeah, he be in his
like,
office
for
and I
sure.
be
Like
in the.
I don't like going out. So I'm a home person. So
We're both
I be in my
homebodies.
office like for
Yeah, we're
sure
both
all day.
homebodies.
Till it's time for me to come eat or go to bed. Like I'm in here. I be telling the kids, be quiet. I don't want to hear nothing. Like, cause I like my peace. I'm a popular loner, tourist. I'm a popular loner. Shit. But shit, when you start like getting on your journey and going far and far, and you start growing a fan base and building a brand, you ain't gonna be a loner no more when all them people behind you. Naya is over here commenting and she knows she's supposed to be off her phone.
Exactly. Get off your phone, Naya.
I love peace. Like I hate crowd. Like I can't be around too many people. I start getting anxiety.
It's like if I go out and I'm out for too long, I'm in the house for like a week. Like I won't go nowhere for a week. I'm in the house trying to recover my energy, everything. Cause then I start feeling sick. I'm like, okay, I have to recoup now.
You finna track all the popular quiet. I swear to I know. That's who I targeted. I'm like, I want to target people like me.
Yeah.
I went to the Falcons game and felt alone with all them people.
Yeah.
I've never been to a professional game.
I went to a Bulls and Miami game. And even though I was around like co-workers and everything, I still felt like, can't wait to get home.
Did y'all hear this girl?
Yes, please. Let Paulo out. Paulo want to go out. Close the door.
Yes, now you can watch it. Netflix on your watch it. But yeah, our kids is like small grown-ups. That's how I tell her, like, these babies ain't really babies. They're like they spirits are like old souls. So shit, my kids will show me like they really old souls. So when bad stuff happens to anybody, like I understand all the shit. They could have been doing shit in their past life. You gotta pay that karma. Like, nobody get away scot-free. Time is an illusion, especially when you've been reincarnated for thousands of years. Like, shit ain't gonna wait and say, oh, we're gonna wait till you 13 years old before we first start giving you your karma. Nah, you gonna be, telling. Like, some babies are like, they don't even get to be born. They die as a stillborn. Like, what's the reason behind that? It's better for you because you got a tag team partner who sees the best for you. That's why you gotta find your true partner. You can't just be looking for just somebody to please your flesh. I was, my 20s, I was searching for a person who had a fat ass and that looked good. That is not what I want. I mean, that's what I wanted. That ain't what I needed. Babe, she's thick now, but when we first got together, she was not thick, as thick as she is now.
I was 5'11", 120 pounds. I was in a size 2. A size 2.
Where you at now?
I'm in a size 12. Happy weight.
Yeah, she not fat at all.
Yeah, I'm not fat. You gotta remember, I'm tall. So my weight is distributed good. Like it's to my hip. Got a little pudge in my stomach I'm trying to lose. But other than that,
I can tell her, like, that's perfect. Like, I know I've been attracting people not really looking because I be to myself. Like, a lot of since 2012. Hey, you gonna keep, the more you focus on yourself, the more you, like, build your brand, all of that, the more people gonna focus on you. And a lot of females is gonna focus on you. You gonna have your pick of the litter, but like I said, you already know. You're supposed to know what you want. You're supposed to write down the type of person you want to be with. So when you do got your choice, you'll be able to know the exact one and don't get distracted by just somebody who look good or who got a good conversation. Because everybody ain't like for you. But they'll first come to you as like for you. Like they'll be nice. They'll like check all the boxes. You won't even see the red flags. But then over time, they always reveal themselves. So. Talking about Aaliyah wants to know if we're doing this every night. Tell Aaliyah, don't worry about it. Like, what do you got?
the guest in the go.
Crazy she good. I attracted a weird ass Gemini. I immediately start taking my self-care more seriously because that'll make a person, like, when they start realizing they really are attracting everything that comes toward them. So if even it's a bum ass nigga that's hollering at you, you low key attracting that energy. So like it's all about self care. Like shit, that have made me focus on. I dealt with some. I didn't start learning about self care until after we got together. Luckily, most people got to figure that shit out before they find their partner. Like I almost lost my partner, and then I'm like, oh, let me get it right. So self care is pretty important for sure. That's funny, though. Track with a weird ass Gemini. Did he did like was you mirrored like did he mirror anything? Did he show you anything about yourself when you attracted him? Like was it like you start to focus on self care? Like most people they would like, oh that was a weird ass nigga. I ain't attract that nigga. He attracted himself. For you to be like, I attracted this Gemini, so you consciously aware like you attracting that type of energy. So that's funny though.
So hard phone.
Get off. Y'all lay down. It's bedtime.
See, we ain't all nicey buddy buddies. But we are loving and caring. But our kids gotta get both sides. Like you gotta. If I tell my kids, if you're gonna get the best of the world, then you gotta experience. Now, I ain't gonna say the worst, but you gotta experience like getting in trouble. Like you gonna experience like getting your shit took away, getting like discipline. We don't whoop our kids, but we do discipline. I'm gonna learn for the rest of my life. Life is school too. That's why my life motivation marathon. I said it every day. Like I need to learn something new every single day.
My grandma's saying was, if you didn't learn something today, you wasted a day.
And most people waste a life because they stop learning as soon as they graduate from high school. Think, oh, I don't need to learn nothing new. The whole time they would be 65 with an 18-year-old mindset. And that's millions of people like that. Like, they can be 30 and still acting like an 18-year-old, 16-year-old. He started mirroring me after I mirrored his bad behavior instead of taking responsibility for his actions. He basically got mad at me for being mad at him. I just like those type of people. Passion. Yeah? It be like that sometimes. But once you start focusing on your self-care, I doubt you're going to attract that type of person in your life. And if you do attract that type of person, it's because the universe is trying to test you again and see if you're going to fall for it. You can easily avoid that situation by just discerning at the beginning or picking up on the energy at the beginning and not ignoring the red signs because of the positive stuff that you see about a person. So thank God I found my person though. Like that's what I be like always taking it back to because I'm like shit. I could have lost her. And I could have just kept being a dog ass nigga because it wouldn't have been no point in changing. I'm like, oh well, if I lost her, what's the point of me? Like I wouldn't have registered like I'm doing everybody dirty. I wouldn't have registered like I had some trauma. That's why I couldn't stay faithful. Like shit, I was always searching for more love. Like I was always searching for, like, I don't know, more attention or whatever. But now I'm like, I focus that attention on myself. So once you practice self-care, the bare minimum wasn't enough. Exactly. Like, I don't settle for nothing. That's why I don't settle for nothing in life, period. Nothing like that's what I say. I'm gonna get everything I want. They be like, yeah, except that one thing. I'm like, shit. You never know how as we get older, like how like we look at life different. Like you never know. You never know. But I'm like, shit. As I get old, like I know people's goals change, people's life change. Shit, my goals can change. I might want something different. It may
I
not
know my
always
goals.
be
My goals change daily. So I find something new I want to do. Like, ooh,
That's
I'm gonna
because
add this.
because you, if as long as you growing, you're not gonna always want the same thing. How's Las Vegas weather? It's been in the 60s every day this week. So And that been like the mid 60s, so
Yeah.
that's comfortable. I failed every test the universe sent my way.
Oh
Whoa, I'm
man.
colorblind to seeing red flags. Oh, fuck that shit. You ain't been failing every test because you here now.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, shit. And now the test that come your, if you have failed every test, you still ain't gave up in life. So now the next test that come your way, you gonna like, shit, I ain't about to keep failing this
Exactly.
test.
You
I
know
know
what to
you
look
don't want to
for.
be there.
You
Yeah,
know what to
like,
look for now.
I know you don't want to keep failing the same, but I know you had to be joking when you said you failed every test. Like, but shit, there was a point in time where I swear to God I was failing every test. I felt like it, but it wasn't every test. It was the same test. Like I kept failing the same test repeatedly, and it was like it wasn't taking years for these tests. I wasn't being tested yearly. I was being tested. It felt like monthly, weekly. So I'm like, shit. I
Come on,
can't
come on.
keep feeling like a failure
Come
when
on.
I'm trying to be like this great person. Like so,
Come on.
shit, I got tired of failing. And shit, I started changing my life around. Now, if I do fail at something, it really don't feel like a failure. It truly is a lesson. Like I'm always learning. I'm always just continue to move forward. I'm going to get whatever I need from you. Definitely get everything you want and you need. Like, and then
Never
some of
give
the
up.
shit you want, like it ain't gonna be what you really want. But the stuff you need is gonna always be what you need. Like so, and it's gonna always come. So, and then it's gonna always come when it's supposed to come, not when you want it to. So, a blessing in disguise for sure. Once I started passing my tests, I started getting blessed way more. Like I started like realizing, oh shit. No, at first I thought like once I got over lust and temptation, I'm like, I ain't got no more tests. I'm good. Yeah. Got over that shit, and then I realized I felt a certain way about my gap. Then I'm like, damn, I need to get over this shit too. And then it was certain like it kept being things I had to get over. Now it was like I had to get over the fear of like being on live, like being consistent. I was never consistent. I'm telling you, I've been on trying to do YouTube since 2017. Like now I'm posting every day. Like if I was posting every day in 2017, like shit, I'd been way bigger. So, and I'd have had a different fan base too, because I was in a different type of mindset. So everything happened for a reason, for sure. It was a speed bump, like what Nipsey say, for sure.
Yeah, when Keisha Cole closed hers. Yeah.
Exactly, like damn, I
Yeah.
stopped being a fan after
I
that
did
shit.
too.
Like I hate people. I don't say I hate them, but like, cause you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But at the same time, like I ain't about to close my shit. What the fuck for? Like, shit, I want to look like everybody else. Cause but the longest time when I was a kid, that's why I kept my mouth closed because I didn't want people to talk about my gap.
Yeah.
You know how kids in the hood is in the ghetto. Them motherfuckers will talk about anything. So, shit, me, I kept my mouth closed at all times. And if a nigga did try to jump on me, I was ready to use my hands first. So, but keep being quiet, like, got me nowhere. So, and not speaking up for yourself will get you nowhere. Make sure you like, share, comment. Definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. But we have been live every day, like so. I'm trying to make this not trying to. I'm making this an everyday thing. So, and I just want people to grow as well. Like shit, I forgot to tell people like if you're trying to get monetized and you're trying to grow your channel, post shorts every day, what you love. Because I'm pretty sure it's a million other people that love that or watch those type of videos. Post every day, go on live every day, and like build your fan base. Like so, it ain't gonna happen overnight. But I done gained like an extra 200,000 views in the past 45 days, and an extra 1,400 subscribers in the same time. So like if I can do it, like I said, my channel been dead for years. Like I post once every 6 months, once every year.
Once every year.
Now it's like ain't no point in me like slowing down now. Like shit, I done figured it out. Now I've been seeing the subscribers come in like more often. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna not slow down. I'm gonna just do way more. Setting boundaries will set you free by Nancy Levin is a really good book to read.
Okay.
Definitely, I
We'll be
love
looking at
books.
it,
Why is my thing over there? Like I love books. As a matter of fact, I shared a post and I told people like, just give me a book y'all think could change my life. Everybody was telling me I should read different books, and most of the books I have read them already. Well, I haven't read Setting Boundaries will Set You Free, even though I know that to be true. Like I set hella boundaries, so I'm hopping in this short string. Dude, I'm telling you, everybody ain't on the short string. Like everybody's still oblivious to it. I got an email like, cause I once you like make or hit certain milestone, YouTube will send you something. Then they'll like send like different articles, and they were saying how in like 3 months or 6 months, whatever. I think it was less than a year. The dude got 9 million subscribers off posting shorts every day. And then we've seen certain people on YouTube who post shorts every day, and they getting like hundreds of millions of views. So I'm like, what? I'm about to get on that train too. Like, what the fuck? And especially, even though shorts is not gonna get you monetized, it's still gonna bring views and it's still gonna bring awareness to your channel. And if you got a brand like Positive Minds Only, that's a brand. It's not just a YouTube channel. Like that's monetization ain't even needed at first because it's all about the awareness. So that's where the lives come in. At. Like this is getting my watch time hours up because if anybody know you need 4,000 hours. So me being on live for hours and multiple people coming in and chilling, like that's the quickest way to build that up. So, but I've been posting videos for years and shit with like most of my videos like. The most I got was like 18,000. That's because I like paid for advertisement on the videos. Other than that, most of them, the highest I got was like 2,000 or something. And that was like years ago. But now, like my highest video was at like 67,000. And I posted that December 29th. And it's already at 60 something thousand. And then I got another video that's at 60 something thousand. And I posted that in January. So I'm like, and this on shorts. So hop on that short string. One of them videos might go viral, and you don't know how many subscribers that'll bring to you. So, where we at on the comments? I'm going to get a book called Contagious. I got that book. I got that in my audiobook. That's a Nipsey Hussle recommended that book. I'm excited. I mean, exactly. It's obvious about setting boundaries, but the way it's explained opened my eyes. Books will open your eye, like, because you'll think, like, oh, I know that information already, but when you read, like, different things in the book, it triggers more than just what the title was, so definitely. Books, you definitely need, everybody needs to read books. They always saying, you see it's the little the goat bro gap. See, that's the shit I be talking about. See, I be talking about shit before trolls can even come in and even say some bullshit. Like this nigga trying to be funny, but this motherfucker is subscribed to me. He watching me, hating on my shit, and like you out of place because ain't nobody on that bullshit. Like nigga, I've been born with a gap my whole life. That shit ain't new to me. But while you here, make sure you like, subscribe, and like keep commenting, because I don't give a fuck. Because you can hate all you want. Like, that shit is not going. Like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm like, fuck. You can say, bro, got big as fuck. You is funny, though. But your ass been popping up. Your ass a kid, though. That's a little ass kid. So I ain't even gonna speak nothing into your life that's gonna fuck you up for life. So just chill and just enjoy this live, bro. Like, don't try to be funny. Got a picture of reading a book. That's thanks for the view, because that's all that matters. Like shit, and thanks for the comment too, because you gonna help me get seen more. So it all helps with the algorithm. I ain't even gonna think. It ain't even hate. Actually, is love. He probably loved that I got a gap and I'm like comfortable with my shit. I'm inspiring him like shit on some real shit. He low key love me. That's why he keep popping up, like, bro. Cause I ain't gonna. If I really hate somebody, am I hating somebody? I'm not checking to see what you doing. I don't give a fuck what. I don't got time to hate on somebody. I got this. I'm trying to get monetized. It's way more money. I'm trying to build another income up. Like, what the fuck I got time to hate on somebody for? Nice to hear your point of view. I when I was a kid, I read encyclopedias. Like, I was a kid that was reading encyclopedias.
My granddad would get us encyclopedias. He would get us all different type of books, like dealing with animals. Like it was books back in the day. Like I think Animal Planet used to sell them. Like you can get books. Like he would buy like 12 books in like a set, and it had like different animals across the world, and then they had the different animals in the ocean and things like that. He had a subscription, so he would get that like every 6 months. We'll end up getting 12 more books, 12 more books. And he'd be like, Granddad, all
I
these
said
books.
I was reading encyclopedias.
Yeah,
They
but
over
we
here
had,
came
but we
out.
had encyclopedias too. I told you my.
See, I told, but the
my
stories she
great-granddad.
tell, like those be the stories. I'm telling you, it's done in 30 seconds.
Shut
My
up.
granddad used to get
Yeah, straight to the point. Straight to the point. Ain't no point in dragging it out. That's how you lose people. They be like, dang, he taking forever telling this story. Get to the point.
But then they be like, okay,
Get
what's
to
the meaning? They
point.
be like, what's the meaning of that story?
Hey, read between the lines. You gonna find. I kid you not. You will sit down. I get what she was because it happens to you. You be like,
But-
I get what she was trying to say.
No. See,
It didn't happen
that's
to
the
me. I get
fans
it.
she's looking for. Like, that would be the fans she has. But my fans will understand a long story.
Yeah.
I'm a Nipsey Hussle fan. He's a storyteller.
Yes,
in his
I like
rap.
that
So,
too.
but which one would you prefer? Somebody getting straight to the, like a quick story, straight to the point?
Straight to the point.
Okay.
Boy, straight to the point. Because I feel like that's wasting time.
I hope you don't forget your main people on your channel get to a million.
We won't.
Mr.
We won't.
Motivator like that, like how you gonna forget that type of name? Lotus, Tasha, like Tasha been like before, like Tasha used. I'm pretty sure you seen my. I've never been as consistent in my life. Like, even the hater dude, Lil the Goat, like I'm gonna remember him. That's how I remember. I know he been around. Like he always been around. Like for sure, I'm always remember shit.
What's the matter, Apollo?
Cause once it started being like 10,000,
What's the
I'm
matter,
not
boy?
even gonna be focused on the name anymore. But if I see the name that I know, like shit, it's gonna be easy shout out. That's why I'm gonna want y'all to get on y'all YouTube channel. So by the time I'm at 1 million views or like thousands of people in the live, I'm gonna always shout y'all out. So y'all gonna be able to have y'all live like shit. We all gonna eat, but you gotta get on your shit though. Like it's a marathon. The shit ain't gonna happen overnight. So. My son do Twitch. He be having me watch him almost every day, playing the same games. He be playing Fortnite. My son better than all his friends, right? So he want me to watch him play Fortnite, and they don't even be doing like the 1v1 or 4-on-4s. They be just in a creative area, and he just be sniping their ass, like just killing everybody. And he be like having fun. I'm like, bro, you're not growing from that. Like it may seem fun, but your friends is envying you right now. Her name is Angel. She could have told you herself, but she wasn't paying attention.
I'm too busy looking. I like to watch. She sleeps, so I like to sometimes watch her sleep.
To be honest, it's a lot in the. I be to myself a lot in my room studying. That's what I be on. See, I'm attracting fans that's just like what I be on. I'm not looking for no fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine type of fans.
Oh, yeah.
Them fuckers just irritate.
Yeah.
And they kids, so I understand. So I ain't really mad because I went through a stage where I was a trolling ass motherfucker.
I was never that high. I wasn't a troll.
Of course, you're a woman and you was pretty and you always got privileges.
You irritate me with that. No, I don't.
How can I forget that? Can you read my comment above about femininity? Where is that at? This the most I'm getting comments, so my bad for like missing it. Like I don't. This ain't never happened where I missed a comment. Like shit, I'm mad that I seen that bullshit and commented on that instead of like.
Yeah.
Now I gotta find. Okay, here it is. Question for the wifey: does Kim bring out your feminine side, or are you naturally comfortable with being feminine and soft-spoken?
I'm naturally comfortable with being soft spoken and comfortable. I've always been this way.
I ain't bring out shit.
Yes, you did.
I told her, like, when we first got together, I used to be mad because I'm like, man, I'm a fucked up individual. I cheated on you. I done lied. I done did this and that. And you just been perfect this whole time. Like, so I used to feel a type of way because I'm like, man, you gonna get your lick back in some type of way. Like, I'm like, just like hoping because I'm like, I hate when somebody got one up on me. So when when
And I don't look at it that way.
yeah, I went super hard on like becoming a better person. So she can't even bring up what I did in
And I
2017,
don't. And I
2018
don't.
cuz like
And I don't.
I didn't way outdid that person. Like I'm not even the same person. So it'd be like, who are you talking about? Like I don't know who the fuck you talking about. But yeah, like
you look dark.
It ain't that different. Talking about we look dark, like you know, black alright. I read everything, homie. Oh shit, now I gotta go back down. Everyone makes mistakes. Of course, like this is Earth. You gonna fuck up, and especially like I said, growing up without a father, mother. Like I never had nobody saying, "Hey, you shouldn't cheat. You're supposed to be faithful." Like I was raised by my grandma, right? And I know I shouldn't put out her business, but she had a husband who didn't live in a house, but she also had a side nigga. And she would have us, me and my older brother, spending the night at his house. And she would have this nigga whooping us. So we would, one day he whooped us with some extension cords. And it wasn't even no bad whooping, but I kind of felt disrespectful. I'm like, nigga, you ain't my dad. Why is you whooping me? And my grandma, she used to always beat our ass anyway. So I'm like, what's the point of having this nigga do it? So after he finished whooping us, he was like, and tell your granddad I'm a GD, cause we was vice lords. Well, my granddad was a vice lord, so he called us vice lords as well. So when he said that shit, he was already filled to the flame of whooping my ass. So soon the next time we seen my granddad, my grandma's husband, we told him what happened. So next time he seen my grandma and my grandma's side nigga, he pulled out a Glock in the middle of the street and put the gun to his head and was about to shoot him. My grandma came outside screaming, "No!" I'm like, this bitch, yo, unfaithful. You ain't showing me no type of loyalty. So if me growing up like that, I ain't have no true direction. I ain't. She was able to say I don't want to be like that, but me at the same time, I was seeing things from a woman's perspective. I mean, I was seeing things different. Like I didn't know I was being affected by the shit. Like, but at the same time, like once again, I grew up not seeing no type of loyalty. See how I told that story?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your story at? Like it's gonna be a quick 15 piece, a quick short. See, you would do short. She'll be great on shorts. Just telling her short story, short stories. 'Cause that's what they is.
Oh,
Do you have a solid, stable man in your life? Who, me or her? Because I don't.
yeah, I have several.
I'm the solid, stable person in my life. I'm the man that I wish I had as a kid. Like to my younger version, to my younger self, I'm the role model. So I'll be going back into like I'll be meditating, and I go back to the younger version of myself when I would like could be going through stuff like time like I felt like lonely times I felt like I ain't had nobody in my corner. I would meditate on my older version self, going back to the younger version, imagining the exact thing, and then I'll be comforting myself and I'll be talking to myself. Like for real, I'm that type of individual. Like that's some crazy shit to the average person, but at the same time, like that's how I heal myself. That's how I heal past trauma by being imaginative, by seeing like the future, seeing the past, like and changing the past.
Close the door.
Somebody on your phone said they can barely hear, but if y'all could barely hear, that probably meant that somebody wasn't supposed to hear it as well.
Go to bed.
Go to bed?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just do it.
Oh, yes.
For me, when I was growing up, did I have a male influence?
Yes.
I didn't. like I say, even though my grandma had a husband, he didn't live in the household. So even though I told on my grandma's side nigga to him, he really wasn't no like a person. If I got into a fight, I could run and tell him. My grandma's side nigga just was like, I'm a GD. I'm like, okay, nigga, we gonna see about
Yeah.
this shit.
And I had my dad, both my grandparents. Well, I had three. I had my dad, both my granddads on my mom and dad's side, and I had a great granddad on both my mom and dad's side. So I grew up with plenty male figures
I
in
had
my
one.
life, and also women, uh, role models.
I had zero. My dad died when I was 11, and even before he died, the only time I seen him prior to getting took away was like in 1998. I was 8 years old, and we was with him for like the winter break. So that was the last time I seen him before he got buried. Other than that, I didn't have no type of male role model at all. And so you had a village, Angel. She did have a village. I told her she was privileged, even though she was sheltered.
Yeah, I was
Like
sheltered.
I wasn't sheltered. We wasn't sheltered. But I also got to experience a two-parent household because my grandma and Gigi raised me. So it was always somebody at home making sure I was disciplined and making sure I wasn't getting into no bullshit. So it worked out for me. Cause I be seeing people who had two parents and they way fucked up. Like, so they should have been adopted. They should have had no parents. Cause having two parents ain't always a good thing. That's important to know. Like just because you ain't have your mom or your dad, that don't mean the shit that you be less than somebody who had two parents. 'Cause two parents, if they both toxic, like that just gonna set you way back. So kind of glad I didn't have my mom and my dad raising me because I know for sure I probably would have been like a thief or something. I'd probably been robbing people. I wouldn't have been killing people. Wasn't into selling drugs. So I probably would have been like stealing from people, breaking in the inner. I already know. So I was raised by two religious women who was raised like they was slaves growing up. So I got treated the same way. But then going into the military, they treated you like you was worse than a slave. They just wasn't whipping you or beating you. So, but they was verbally assaulting you and verbally making you feel less than you. Like it wasn't even about race in the military and boot camp. Like shit, not the whole military, but boot camp. Like they treated you less than a human because they had to break you down from whatever way you was brought up, raised, whatever way you was programmed. The military breaks that out of you and builds you up into a soldier or a marine or airman or whatever you want to call it. It builds you up into what the government wants you to be. So I went from being disciplined like I was already in the military from my grandparents to already going into the Marines being way more disciplined. So like, I was really wasn't broke down. I was in the military thinking like, damn, they brainwashing all these people because they telling them kill, 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 like really brainwashing people to kill. So from the day one, people was just like a regular ass person to the time they graduated from boot camp and they got a whole different mindset. So I'm like, the military gotta teach. I mean, put them that way because when you in the wartime, like they don't want nobody that's gonna run away. They don't want nobody that ain't capable of handling the situation. Like that ain't built for the situation. And plus, it's a choice. Ain't nobody truly made to go into the military, so like you can't be mad that you getting brainwashed to kill. And so me, but I was always in boot camp like, man, this shit crazy. Like I ain't about to be brain. Like in the back of my head, like this shit is not working on me. Like for sure, because I always was different. I always thought for myself. I never let no type of person program me, except when I got to church. I let religion program me. That was the worst mistake I ever could have did. Having a two-parent, non-toxic household is a privilege. That's what I tell my kids all the time. Y'all privileged,
Yeah.
you little motherfuckers. That's why I gotta add the little toxic tea because they gotta. You ain't just about to have it cool and calm. Like, you gotta have some type of obstacle. some type of pressure. You ain't just about to go into the world like, oh, my mom and dad was just everything was great, and the
Yeah.
world is gonna be like this as well. Nah, you
I
about
let
to.
them. I let them know like, yeah, it's how it is here. But when you step out into the real world, everybody not like me.
But my kid, like they be, like I said, my stepdaughter Naya, which is her daughter, like she acts more like me, so she acts like an adult when she go to school. Like the teachers be
Yeah.
sitting talking about her,
I'm
like
shocked that she's
she's not even
more
supposed to
mature.
be in here, like.
Yeah, they
And
so
they be
shocked.
talking, the teachers be talking to me about her, and they be like, just reminding me how like my teachers used to talk about me. So I'm like, dang, I didn't really brand it someone else's daughter who really wasn't mine, wasn't my responsibility, but yet it became natural. Like so, I be telling her, I'm like, like she more like me than my own kids. Like that's because they act like they mom. They was with they mom for 6 years after I left her. So they brainwashed in a whole nother way. So I gotta make sure like they not staying like that by the time they 18 or whenever they go back to her. So I got work to do. But at the same time, it ain't like I gotta force nothing because
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
just want it
force
to
nothing.
flow
Yeah,
naturally.
I didn't force
You didn't
nothing
force
with my
nothing.
stepdaughter.
Yeah.
I didn't force her to call me dad. Like she did that
She
on her own.
asked. She asked me. I remember the day she asked me. She pulled me, and it's like we had just moved in together. And she pulled me to the corner, and I think Ken was coming in from work, and she was like, "Mommy, can I call him Dad?" I guess she didn't feel comfortable calling him Ken. She's like, "Can I just call him Dad?" I was like, "You do what you want to do. If you feel comfortable calling him Dad, you can do it. You can do it if you want to." I'm like, I didn't force it on her either. I like, you can do it if you want to.
And that goes back to like past lives
And it's
again.
crazy
Like,
because she didn't even call her
a real
biological dad. Like when she was learning how to talk, she was calling him by his nickname because I always call him by his nickname. So she was calling him by his nickname, and he didn't like it, but he just let her do it because that's what she called him. But as she got older, of course, she started calling him dad. Okay. And they gonna do it.
Kids are distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Kids will distract you.
Yes.
And I need one of my lighters that you didn't have.
Um,
I'll be burning my fingers just trying to get one of these motherfuckers to work.
well, they in my dresser.
I got hella lighters.
You got a bunch of them just laying around, and that one mine.
This one dead too.
Exactly, you used it all. That was my candle lighter.
They supposed to be used. I ain't gonna buy no lighter just for the looks of it. I just so happen to smoke a lot of weed. And when I buy packs of them, the packs will end up missing. I'll be able to take one or two and then the rest will go missing. So like I can't even buy no pack. So I gotta go buy one at a time and then most of the last few lighters I got from the store, they've been half empty already. So I'm like, I ain't been truly emptying out a full lighter, but shit, I've been emptying out these.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the life for a smoker. Dad too. So shit, I played many roles.
Yep. And so I'm still breastfeeding, so I'm sober. I don't smoke right now.
I don't drink though.
Yeah, we don't. We both not drinkers.
Right, so that's a good thing. I used to be a drinker. I used to be an alcoholic. When I went into the military, that's one thing it did make me an alcoholic. I was 19, like drinking Grey Goose, not shots of drinks, but bottles of Grey Goose, bottles of Hypnotic, Nuvo, like Jack. I was an alcoholic. I'm not even buying it. No, I went to Italy, right, and they didn't even just check for ID. Like I was in the freaking bar, and they just like, as long as you had money, they was giving them drink back to back to back to back to back. I'm like, damn, this the life. I should live in Italy. But nobody spoke English as well, so. And I ain't I couldn't. I do have the intelligence to learn another language, but I do got the patience.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of got the time to. I just don't want to focus on doing that shit. Like, I ain't got the focus to do that. That's what I'm missing when it comes to learning another language. Cause I got everything else. Just like when it came to YouTube, I had all the time, all the energy to post on YouTube. Cause I always be watching videos on YouTube already. So I was just utilizing my energy and my focus the wrong way. And now I'm like 2022. I've been more aligned. I've been more focused and motivated, especially to get monetized. So shit, being on live, that's the easiest thing I can do, especially if I'm already in my office all day. So now I got to the point I'd rather be watching myself on the screen rather than watching somebody else. Because I'm handsome myself too. Shit, and I'm going to hear what I want to hear. And I'm going to think, I'm going to say what I want to say. And I'm going to have the only perspective that I want. I'm not the only perspective, but most people you watch their videos, they got their own perspective. And a lot of times, I don't always agree with what they be thinking. And I don't even know why I be watching the video. It just probably be a interesting title that make me. Yeah, most of the time you watching her shit, like so.
I'll be watching it. I like to watch different
other
YouTubers.
People who don't do shit all day. Watching her motivated me to get on live because I'm like the people you watch don't do nothing, just be talking. So I'm like, you can do that, and then I'm like, fuck telling you to do it. I can do it myself. So,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna create my own channel.
This probably be the last time y'all see her, so y'all be like, I swear, like this probably for the next 3 years. People gonna be coming back like, I remember Annie, but I ain't seen her. Yes.
I don't know what it is. I like to stay out of the light, even though I'm told I'm meant for the light. But
you like you.
Yeah. Just that
she
shyness.
one of them people that takes for granted like her looks and everything. Like, she really take that for granted.
How do I take that for granted? I'm out of.
How do you take it for granted? You want me to answer that question?
Yeah.
In every possible way you possibly can take something for granted, you do it. I ain't even about to get technical and be exact with you. I'm gonna just let you know. You take it for granted. Where's your YouTube channel? Didn't she say earlier, if you go to her Instagram, she ain't posted since October? Like, she could have been built up her brand off just looks. And then she has a mindset, too. She's not just no ratchet girl, no ratchet chick. So, like, you wasting time well, not right now because you're on live. But as you can see, the first time she got on live, like, this the first time it's been multiple people the whole time. Usually it'd be 0 people for hours and I'll just be talking. But I'm used to it because I do podcasts. Yeah. So. But now it's like, shit, people was commenting off the back, like, interviewing me. I'm like, I ain't never had this. So I'm like, but I knew that. That's what I was saying. I told her, I'm like, you gotta take the picture because people can click on the video. Positive Not Minds only ain't just about me.
Yeah, it's the brand.
Like, it's the brand. I'm just the one I'm the creator of it. I'm the one who's in control of it right now. But as it get bigger, ain't no telling who's gonna be representing Positive Not only. This is a network. This is like really a lifestyle. So I'm not gonna be the person like, nah, this is only about me. That's what I said. I don't want the limelight either. Like, shit, I'm just doing this because I gotta promote the brand. And I be trying to make her get on here so she can help me blow it up. I'm like, if we in this together, like, you gotta work too. I ain't about to be just one of them people that just let you just slide on through life. Like, you better work too. Like, shit, what the fuck? We gotta do this together.
Exactly. Even though you know I'm not like.
I mean, like, she plays her like she's a mother. Like, she does that to the perfection. But I'm like, like you got time where you alone and you ain't doing nothing but watching other people on YouTube. So I know you ain't, like, you can't say nothing or complain because she be watching people for hours.
Because, and especially if I find somebody new, I've become a true supporter. I go back years and binge watch. Like, I'll just sit there and just watch their whole channel because I'm like, okay,
see, I like this
person. I'm like, I like this person. I'm a support, and I subscribe.
I
I
need
like.
her fans. I need her.
Only
type
thing
of
I don't
fans
do
too.
is comment. That's it. Because
Oh
like
yeah.
only time like because if I see negative comments, I be wanting to respond to the haters. Like it just does something to my like.
She
How do
one of
you
them
have the
ghosts,
time
not
to
ghosts.
hate? Like I could be like I'll be going at it with a troll. Like
You are a
yo,
ghost subscriber, like a person who
yeah.
just
Like
watch stuff,
I'll
but
watch
then
cause
but
then
you
like.
giving them their views though, so
Exactly,
that's
because
all that
then
matters.
like the people like I go hard. I be wanting to when they do giveaways. I be wanting to um enter, but I like dang I don't even
She
comment, so
don't
they
never
don't
reach
know.
out to nobody.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
she
like they
could be,
don't know if I'm
she
a.
could have been. She it's people she's been watching for years, and she never like commented on none of their stuff. I'm like, what the fuck are you watching it for? Like, what the fuck? These normal ass, regular ass people who don't. These people don't even be having 10,000 subscribers.
No,
Like,
because
like no, they don't
no,
even have they don't even be getting thousands. Some of them be getting thousands of views,
yeah.
but it's one person in particular, like who got the husband and the
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
Like she be clickbaiting like a mug, and she only be getting like a couple views, like 100 views, but she
But she
posts
been
every
doing
day.
it. Yeah, she
So she
posted,
consistent. So I
yeah.
shout out to her for that. Like I
Yeah,
ain't gonna.
but
That don't talk
one
about.
of the YouTubers, I went and got my nails done by her. So yes, I support other ways as well.
That's
Like
because she live out here.
Yeah, like I'll buy their merch. Even I might not wear it,
But
but
at the
it's in the
same
closet. I'll
time,
buy
she
the
shouldn't
merch.
have did that to that person. Like I ain't even gonna say the one like you shouldn't like she was acting funny at certain times, and you even mentioned that. Yet you still got your nails done by her. See, I'm gonna call you out. Like if I notice something, like wait, nah, you supposed to
Because I
support
like you
nobody
said,
when
like
they.
because like you said, I when I support. Like I go hard. Like okay, I'm gonna watch. And I started watching when she first came out because that's well I was watching her in
When we
Indiana.
first
Yeah,
came out,
because I was like, because that's how I found her. I was watching Vegas vlogs, like people who moved to Vegas. So I was watching all their vlogs, and I slept with her. And then I went and got my nails done by her, everything. But then I had unsubscribed her for a minute because she did something that I didn't like. She made fun of somebody else's situation,
my brother.
and I didn't like it. And I'm like,
yeah, she made fun
yeah,
of
she
my
made
brother's
fun, yeah,
situation.
then
Like
I
she
don't
was
like,
trying to laugh at his drama.
yeah, and
And I'm like, first of all, you was watching him, like you was inspired by him, but when drama started coming, now you want to get on the bandwagon or trying to knock him down. So I'm like, and then after that, she still, like I said, she stopped following her for a minute,
yeah.
but then like eventually she started back watching it again.
Because she came back, because she took it back and she came back. I'm like, okay, maybe you
But
changed.
she did come back with a
Yeah,
different
with
attitude. Like,
I seen the change.
but
So
when
I'm
she
like,
came back, like I started noticing, she started posting like affirmation stuff that I was doing. Like not to say she was watching me or following me, but it was like if she was laughing at my brother, like she obviously know who I am. Like she probably watching everybody. So I'm like, why you supporting this person? And like, it ain't she ain't inspiring or nothing. What's your biggest blessing in life? Me, my family, my mind as well. I gotta show like that's a blessing as well. The way I think, just my whole journey is a blessing. Like just being here, like so, it's a bunch of things I'm like is a blessing. Like I don't take life for granted.
I don't take every breath I take. I look at it as a blessing because there's so many people that aren't able to take a breath or do what they want to do and stuff like that, or have to.
See me when I'm deaf, like I don't view that as a bad thing. But
Okay.
people who are sick, like people who are like really not doing nothing for like living their best life, I don't feel bad for them. I mean, sick people, what I do. Feel
Okay, well, I look at my family as a blessing as well, and my sister, like.
Yeah, I tell her all the time, like I wish I had a twin. Like, I
Yeah.
wish I had,
Because we talk to each other every day, hours. And if she wasn't asleep right now, we'd be on the phone right now, just talking.
and that's why I had to get on YouTube for myself. I'm like, man, I
Yeah.
need to have my own best friend. So who knows?
I tell her, I'm like, you got me. You talk to me.
It's different. Cause she got me as well, but she also got a twin.
Yeah, and I talk to them.
That's why polygamy came into play. Cause I'm like, like even though it ain't got nothing to do with it.
Exactly. Like, look at him.
At the same time, like that was like one of the things that popped into my head. Like you got your twin. I got a twin flame. Like this is my divine partner. My wife is not my twin flame. She's my
There you go.
divine partner. So I have a twin flame. So I'm like, your twin may be your, maybe not be your twin flame, but that's your twin. Like, you know, like I said, if I can't have it, I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna focus on it because at the same time, women ain't my focus. Getting to the money is, but I do be open and honest about what I want. What made you really start YouTube? Trying to get paid. Well, no. What made me start YouTube was my brothers. Both of them being successful on YouTube and like knowing like shit. If they did it, I can do it too. So let me try it. But in 2017, like I was not as consistent, like none of that. So I was just wasting time, honestly, because I ain't had no type of fan base. I ain't had no type of people was not watching my videos. Like they knew who I was, but still, like they wasn't truly paying attention to me. So, but what made me ramp it up in 2021, I can't. If anybody know the dude named Dorian, he's like Dorian Group 82. He always posting like interview clips on YouTube and Instagram. Like I seen him a year ago, like start doing that. And like I watched him like basically blow up his channel. So like he was telling people like start posting shorts, do it every day, get on live. So I'm like shit, I'm gonna follow his blueprint because for years I ain't know what the algorithm for YouTube was. I was trying to figure it out, but I wasn't really trying to figure it out. Like I was being lazy and procrastinating about it, and I wasn't trying to get on camera. But he had said one thing that really kind of like, okay, I can't get on camera. He like, everybody feels some type of way about how they look on camera. Everybody, no matter how good they look, no matter how popular they are, everybody feels some type of way about how they look on camera.
And it's not
Don't
even,
let that stop you.
and it's not even a look. I like when I watch videos of myself, I have to cut the volume down. I hate my voice. I hate the way I sound.
Sometimes, but me starting a podcast, like I kind of got used to my voice as well. So, but I still do turn videos down when I watch myself. It's just a habit. Me being consistent, like Dorian Group, or it's meant for you to go give me a new lighter.
Baby sleep.
Yeah, you take her to go lay down.
If I get up, I probably won't come back.
I knew that was gonna be the case. But I can go get it and you can talk. See? Now y'all can be by her and I don't know what she gonna talk about, so don't be just sitting there looking at the camera. Make sure y'all ask her some questions. For real. Don't just sit there just watching each other.
What it say? It say everything going to work out. Yeah. It will. And especially for you, Mr. Motivator. You'll find somebody in due time. Yeah. When the right person come around, you won't let her go. See? People want me to get on live and stuff. And I'll be just like this the whole time, just looking at the camera, waiting. But I really am going to try to start something. Like I said, I do have a couple ideas. So, and I'll try to come in here with him a couple times. Probably not every live, but it'll be some lives. Because, as you can see, she hasn't left my side only when she's playing. She's spoiled. I say she's the spoiledest out the batch. The baby.
But that's all babies, though.
I know, but still.
I think that she was super spoiled.
Yeah, because we thought Thena was going to be the last.
Thena was more attached to me, though.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, she was
And that's
spoiled.
when I wanted my boy. I wanted a boy. I got another little girl. Another little girl.
See, she was stole two of my lighters. Now, hopefully these mugs work. I know this real. You gotta work. Because I lost this when I first got it. First time. This is none of my other lighters. I gotta throw them out on the way.
This one worked too.
I know it worked,
This
but
one brand new.
I didn't even have to check.
I don't keep dead lighters like you.
It wasn't dead at a point in time.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like throwing stuff away sometimes. Just like her. But I'll throw some shit away. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm quick to think about it. Like, do I need this? Is it gonna mean something 5 years from now? If not, I don't need this shit. Her, she'll be having shit for years, decades, still holding on to it. Man.
Yeah, oh yeah, I gotta take that bag.
You was supposed to pin with
Yeah.
that. Yeah, what happened to that? See, I'm consistent.
We got busy Monday. I was supposed to go Monday, but we got busy. Well, I got busy.
You know what today is?
Today is Thursday.
Well, you was busy today
Yeah,
too. So.
sure was.
What about yesterday?
I can do it tomorrow. I gotta go take some tests.
What test?
Gotta pop a nice in the night.
Really? Oh, miss, I've been clean, sober. You gotta take a hoop.
Bam. Second hand.
You good?
Whatever. I do this a lot. When we around
Walk
each
out on
other.
faith, my love.
So just blowing the smoke while I.
I'm gonna hide that nice. See if you gonna pass it or not.
So irritating. Oh my gosh.
I used to, bruh, for me to get into the Marines, I needed to take a piss test. So, like, 18, 17, 18, I would smoke every day. I would just never buy it. So, like, when I realized I was going into the Marines, like, I was still smoking up until that point. So, I started, like, found out about niacin. So, I would take the niacin and I would drink a bunch of water. And I would, like, thank God I passed my test. So, I smoked weed one time during the Marines, like during my 4-year service, and it was like around 2012 when I was about to get out. Actually, I smoked at the end, and I got a piss test, but I passed somehow. Like, so I've never failed a piss test in my life. Now I'm to the point I don't need to take a piss test. Like, so I don't give a fuck. I smoke it. I got a medical card, so I'm cool. But before, when I was smoking, like I would still pass my test. So that like I said, I'm gonna hide that nines and see.
Whatever.
Can you pass this test?
Don't worry, I know other ways.
But in Nevada, they don't truly test you for weed
Nah,
because
it's
it's
a
legal.
no THC on it. That's the only thing they checking for.
That's the only thing they checking
Like I
for.
say,
So
no.
you could do cocaine
say
and
no.
do that job.
It say no THC.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
What the world?
Because it's dealing with money.
Okay, I deal with money all the time. I be smoking weed. Why I dealing with like what? Once again, like that ain't me though.
Oops.
Yeah, the truth, I swear. Hey, we just telling our truth and just being open and honest about it. Like shit. Like I seen so many fake YouTubers out there, fake celebrities out there. Like these rappers, they don't really be real. These actresses and
That's a cute picture.
like they really don't be real.
Yeah.
So when you find somebody who is real, like Nipsey Hussle, that was real. Like you know real when you see it. So that's why you gravitated to it. That's why you is live right now. Cause I know I ain't gonna be attracted to no bullshit. I ain't gonna be nobody live who's a fool, who's an idiot, who ain't got no type of purpose or nothing. Like I ain't about to be. Like
But those the ones that go viral.
I know, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, I need to do some dumb shit to go viral and then like flip the script. I'm like, ha, I got you, bitches. But I don't want to be one of the people who got trolls as fans or like shit like that. Like, going viral is scary because you attract the majority, like, or a lot of people. A lot of people just, it ain't good to always have the majority of people as your fans, like especially shit when they be trolling and shit.
Excuse me, y'all.
The dude that popped up and mentioned my gap, he did.
Man, see that's gonna because it probably was a kid.
I know who, like, I don't know who it was, but
Yeah.
like I said, I've seen
You
him
seen
say,
that?
like, say childish things.
Yeah,
before,
slick
so,
stuff.
like,
But it's only about your gap. Like,
but he disappeared after I started
Yeah.
saying so. Like, you usually, somebody gonna stay, like continue like heckle. He like, oh, let me get the fuck out of here. We've been on here for 2 hours and 9 minutes. You tired? You were just yawning.
Babe, because I'm sitting here looking at her, just sleeping so peacefully. But you know, normally I'd be in the bed just laying down, watching you about this time, watching a good movie or something, get ready for bed, winding down.
I be trying to go to sleep. If I wasn't on this live, I'd be in bed asleep.
You go to bed
Trying to go to
early.
sleep.
Yeah, sometimes he be in bed by 8 o'clock. I'd be like, ooh, that's too early. You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night. But
I
even
do
though,
too sometimes.
like, I can go to sleep. Do y'all have like sleep issues? Because I can go to sleep at 10 o'clock. I could be dead tired, and I wake up faithfully, every day at 3:30 a.m. every day.
I doubt that ain't no normal stuff. Like, I wake up through the night though. So if I
Yeah.
do go to sleep early, it ain't like I'm just sleep through the night and have a peaceful night's rest. Like so, I'll be waking up through the night all the time. So I gotta go and get enough rest. So, and plus I still wake up early. I don't get up at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
You don't get up.
I don't
You
get
be
up. I
in
be in
bed.
bed. I just be laying down.
I get up at like 6 a.m. Like I'm out the bed. Like I be wanting to get back in bed sometime. Like shit, I be grateful if I could stay in bed at 7:30. Usually I'm up and then I'm staying up. So my thing is I need to be trying to go live earlier. I'm still up. I got a lot on my mind. You need to meditate. Like if you got a lot on your mind, like if you going through some shit, like you need to start meditating. Clear your mind. Like, 'cause, yeah, you don't let. I mean, if you're not in control of your mind, that mother could take you for a loop, take you on a roller coaster ride. You'll be thinking positive, negative, positive. Like shit. You'll be manifesting a bunch of bullshit in your life too. So, positive minds only. Once again, like shit, I'm trying to think positive. And then like when I do be trying to cut down on my life, there's times where my mind just be like, I be trying to lay down and my just be going. Even when I be trying to meditate, it be like, we gonna fuck with you tonight. Like that's when I know it be spirits too, like that I'm communicating or that be around me that be trying to talk to me. Cause sometimes it just be like it was nonstop. So you can have a gift where you can communicate with your ancestors, and you're hearing them, so they talking to you and they give me messages daily. Like you getting messages all the time. So meditation is a way for you to calm that down. So people don't never equate nothing to spiritual. Like when shit happen and they can't explain it, there's always something spiritual behind it. So I'm aware of that because I'm a spiritual person. So if you can't sleep and like stuff is on your mind, you need to get to the root of that. Like why is that even on your mind? Is it dealing with work? Is it dealing with relationships? Like figure out what's the root of why you even thinking the way you thinking. Or why your mind the way it's why is it so active? Some people need weed to calm them down. Like shit.
What's CBD?
CBD, that shit don't work.
They have strong
That
ones.
shit don't work.
Yes, with me because you smoke so much. When I take CBD or if I take CBD, it calms me. It gives me like
Weed calm you.
it slows my thinking down a little bit.
Weed do that too.
Yeah, but it's just without the high.
What's the point of like they be having CBD that's like weed, like you break it down and
like
roll
flour.
it up.
Yeah, flour.
What's the fuck of the point of that? Like I was
Because it's for the people that's like you that smoke flour, THC. It gives them the sensation because it still has the smell.
But when I smoke CBD and I don't feel nothing, period, I be like, what's the fucking point of me smoking this? This rolling it up, wasting my time. I could have rolled some weed for this. Like, I ain't ever had no strong CBD.
I have. And they made me sick that time.
But that ain't because it was probably strong. It's probably was you craving it at the time?
No.
You talking about when we went to that gummy
Yes.
store?
Remember when we ain't
We
went
both
back?
got sick though.
Yeah, we both got sick. We ain't.
But it was
I ain't go
probably,
back.
probably
No, go.
I don't know if it was because of the CBD though. But that CBD, I don't. That ain't for me. Cause it ain't like I like smoke weed that just got me sitting down and
It's
stuck.
stuck.
Like nah, I want to smoke some weed that got me
Thinking.
active and thinking. Like this got me active and thinking. Like so, as long as I got this type of weed, shit,
I
this
went to
weed is
that
making me.
that CBD when I went to go pick up Naya's computer. I went to that it was a CBD store right next to it, and I went in like, oh, see what they got. Oh, them price. I said,
Exactly, they be charging like it is weed.
I'll go to the warehouse. That place we went. I'm like, I can get cookies and brownies and stuff like that at the warehouse. Like, a little bitty thing like this, $100.
They be acting like that shit really weed, like it's really gonna work like
I said,
that.
I'll be back.
Why you have to? Here's the thing: when people do stuff like that, they go into a place and then they're like, "Oh, I'll be back," and knowing they ain't gonna never come back. What's the point of you even saying that?
Because before I said, I'm like, oh, I ain't coming back. I'll be back.
Well, yeah, like what's the point of you even saying that? You can even say like, "Oh, I ain't coming back here." That's what you should have said. Like, oh, fuck
because
this,
she
bro.
was so happy with showing me and stuff like that. But when I first walked in and looked like, dang, we about to close.
You got her hopes up.
No, you know how people look at you and you be like, dang, you what? We about to close, and you coming in.
So you wasted their time too.
So she was all energetic to tell me, and I, because wasting her time, like she showing me all the stuff, like she
thought she was gonna get a sale.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll be back.
Never came back. Didn't even tell me about that shit tonight. That's crazy. Last time I went to a CBD store, I spent like some bread.
Yeah, that's when we went to the warehouse one, right?
Nah, or the time before
that black.
I'm talking about when I went by myself. It was by the dispensary, Essex, down the street from the other CBD store, but this the one that was by Smith's.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
That shit was kind of expensive too. So.
Pricey, not expensive, it's pricey.
Hey, well, that's in the past.
Yeah.
Well, back then it was for 2019. I'm referring to 2019. It was expensive.
Shit, even Monday. What day did I go pick up my computer? Tuesday. Like I ain't gonna spend that money. I don't wanna spend that on like $5.
But I was trying to get CBD to like slow down on the weed.
Yeah.
Cause I thought for a minute, like I was smoking too much weed. I thought, no, what it was like, I was trying to get something that wasn't so expensive. Cause I was spending money on weed like at least twice a week, and we didn't even have that much money to be like. I thought it was a habit, so I'm like, let me get some CBD and see if like this gonna like help in any other type of way. And that shit was kind of pricey at the time. And that shit didn't work, and I was mad as fuck because I'm like, I could have went to the dispensary and got me some weed instead of this bullshit. So
I told him CBD don't work for him because he smokes so much. CBD work for people like me.
Keep that shit out the dispensary. Shit, that's all I gotta say. Keep that shit out the dispensary. Because, I mean, like I said, it may work for other people, but I'm one of the people like shit, like. Certain other things, it just don't work for me. But it'll work for other people. But you know what it is? It's the placebo effect. They tell you it's going to make you feel a type of way. You believe it. You're going to actually feel it. That's going to actually be the case. Me, my mind is way too more powerful for you to tell me something's going to be that and I believe it. And it, like, nah, my mind going to tell me the truth. Like, somebody say, oh, this is good. And that shit really nasty. Like, it's gonna register in my mind like this shit nasty as fuck. Like, but I do also understand the placebo effect. So
Yeah, like how when your mouth get watery when you're looking at something salty before you put it in your mouth.
that ain't the placebo effect, but I do get that. I do understand that. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Like you can
ever
look at
like
something
you
hot,
about to eat some chips or something like
and your mouth start watering.
right here, it shit start tingling and shit. Like,
well, I must have zoned out because I swear I thought that's what she was getting at. Like I was just looking at you like.
See that when I be talking to her most of the time, and then she'll say something like off the wall, like what she said, and I'm like, you wasn't listening. The fuck, I'm talking to myself this whole goddamn time.
You know.
it's cool though. Cause now I'm doing it online, so that means it's going toward being monetized and getting paid to talk to myself or to the people who are in the chat.
Mhm.
Like, I should have been doing this. Cause the amount of time I spent in my office
Even doing your podcast, you could have been
on the
on
live,
live with your podcast.
yeah,
You'd had mentors. He even had people I didn't even think you was gonna be able to get on your podcast. But I've never thought I didn't even think that it was gonna get to that point where you would have NBA players.
hey, see, I do my stuff. When I put my focus onto something, I get shit accomplished.
Mhm.
Like for real. Like, when I know what I want and I strive for it. I may not see what I was expecting with my podcast. I was expecting like to get like a multi-million. I still expect that.
Mhm.
Like it may not come when I want it to come, but like I thought it was gonna come. Like doing that past 3 years I've been doing it, I thought it was gonna come. Then so I had to take my focus off podcasting because podcasting is not monetized like YouTube. I mean, you can get your fan base and like they support, but YouTube is like way easier, and it's easier to build your fan base up. So me, I procrastinated on YouTube because I didn't want to get behind it. I didn't want to get on camera. So now I'm like, fuck that shit. It don't matter how I look. It don't matter about what I'm wearing. Just it's all about the message. So, we're here now. What? Is it time for us to check out though? You ready to go? We've been on here for 2 hours.
No, good.
I think
Wait,
it's
somebody get you.
somebody. Because my baby is sleeping and smoke is not affecting her. And I have this fan that's taking away
The smoke.
the smoke. So it's called investing in myself and making sure I'm not putting nobody in danger. But it would be the person who's trying to troll. As you can see, my room is not smoky. That's because this has been on the whole time. Can you hear it? I can hear it. But thank you for being like worried and like, but it's not even worried, but like paying that much attention to my video, cause you must have been here for a while, like for sure. Or you probably just be hopping in and out. But either way, it really don't matter. As long as you giving me views, and like I said, you helping with the algorithm by comment, and then you actually like that was a good question. Like most people say, hey, why are you smoking in a room with a child? But I do have a fan that's
Got humidifier and everything.
taking off the smoke. Because once again, this is medically prescribed for me. Like, got PTSD. I'm disabled, so don't worry about what I got going on. Usually I just smoke. I don't really have no kids at home. But this is my medicine. Like, I can't just stop my medicine. Taking my medicine.
Now you can see we're not even close together. I'm over here and he's in front of me.
And I got this fan that's taking up all the smoke that's coming out of this weed. I usually will have it super close to me, but it's plugged into my computer, so. And why am I even still explaining stuff like this?
And there's a window open over there as well.
And what it was, we was about to get off and you
Yeah.
comment, so that means he wanted us to stay. That's why you commented. He wanted us to continue to talk and stay on live. I knew you loved me. I knew you wasn't no hater. My bad, Lil the Goat got it. Lil the Goat. I fuck with you.
Nah, he a hater.
Your wife said you a hater. I was trying to give you some props because I kind of like seen it from a different perspective. Like we really was about to get off, and then that's when he commented. Like so, he really wanted us to continue to talk. Like, and that's only helping with the like. Why y'all still talking? I get us a fan right there. Why y'all still? bro, you want to see he keep talking, so he want us to continue to conversate with him. Hey,
And it's
right.
not even lit anymore, but he just
Exactly.
talking.
Like, what was you? You know, while y'all talking, I get it. It's a fan right there. Yeah, we have been stopped talking now. You kind of late, my boy. But once again, he wanted us to continue to conversate with him, even though like he could like talking about bullshit and shit that really don't matter. Like I get it, bro. You really are a fan, and I'm gonna always remember you when we got millions of subscribers. I just hope that I've inspired you by that time. You're not just still a hater. Because if you is, that means you're not growing. You're not paying attention to the message. You truly care about how I look, what I got going on. And you probably just someone who got a fake profile. I don't know who the fuck you are, but at the same time, thank you for getting my views. Because I was gonna leave, and now it's more people coming in. So once again, thank you. like, but fuck you at the same time, because your ass bringing negative ass energy. Like, bro, it's positive minds only for a reason. Just keep that shit positive. And I know you say this ain't positive what you're talking about, but nah. Like if you want to take it there, I can take it there. And I'm still positive because I ain't taking myself out of no type of element. So cool shit. See, he's still talking. See, if I didn't really want to be in a lot, I'd have left. Like if I really didn't want to watch or hear what a person had to say, like, oh, you want me to spit some more game? Like, what you want to talk about? You need some advice. Is that what it is? Like, you want me to stop focusing on you? Because you probably feel real bad about yourself. I know my words cut deep sometimes, so, like, I kind of understand you want me to move on. But you took it there. Like, you can't force me to rush me to move on. Like, I ain't come up in your shit talking shit. No. But once again, let me move on. What kind of advice do you need, little goat? Like, little goat, what kind of advice do you need? How old are you? Like, what do you do? What is your purpose on this planet? What is your purpose in my life? I didn't even want to just be talking about focusing on one person, but when a person do comment, like that does keep the conversation going, even whatever direction it's going in. I don't feel bad at all. I hope not. I hope I'm motivating you to change and become your higher self. So you don't have to feel bad, but at the same time, like, bruh, time to be positive. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm 19. I get it. This is my karma. I told you when I used to be a troll. It was when I was around 19, and it was this social media. What was it called? Tiny Chat. It was like a bunch of people on. I don't know if it was called Tiny Chat, but it was this app with a bunch of people on video chat, and they'd just be having conversations in different rooms. And at the time, like I'd get in these rooms and I'd just fucking troll people, cause I felt some type of way about my rap, so I want people focused. Like I didn't want people to start laughing at me and joking on me, so I had to bring the shit first. And like they'd always kick me from the chat. Yeah, I went through a little phase, so I understand. I swear I was 19 when I used to do that shit. But I understand like that shit ain't get me nowhere. But it is people who get paid off trolling. Look at Takashi. Like, if I had went down the path of being a troller my whole life, like, it would not be called positive minds only. I don't know what the fuck it would be called. But still, I had to change the way I was thinking so I can stop manifesting negative bullshit in my life. Karma don't got no type of time limit. Like I said, like this is my karma for trolling people when I was fucking 19. Shit took how many years? Fucking 12. Stop looking for something or someone outside yourself to come and save you. Change has to happen from within.
Did you ever look for somebody to try to come and save you?
Yeah, Jesus. I used to think Jesus was gonna save me. Didn't you believe that was going to? Then I thought my brother was gonna try to save me, or not try to save. I thought he was gonna like hand me my success or whatever it is. And then, bro, you got a whole different. You got two different profiles. Is you subscribe to both? Like, is both of your things subscribe to me? If it is, bro, I really appreciate you. Like for real. If you got both of those and you watching my channel, you giving me views. Don't stop. If you like, bro, if you got another profile, add my shit on that one too. For real, Khalil Anderson. That's who you. That's your real name. I fuck with you for real. Like we probably got off on the wrong hand, but shit, hey, I guess that's how we had to be introduced. You gonna go a long way, Khalil.
See, that's how. See, he ain't different than I am. He tries to look at the positive and everything.
It's called Positive Minds only for a reason. I have to I have to create a positive scenario. I have to. Like she gonna. It'd have been bad. It'd have been negative. Like it forever. Like
No,
that'd
it
been
wouldn't
like
have.
every time she seen your name, it always been like she'd have thought negative about it. But me, I'm like I have to go deep down into like, okay, why is you keep popping up? Why you keep commenting when I'm like about to leave this chat? Like, cause usually the universe will send me a test in some form of fashion. So like, it's telling me, hey, keep going. Shit, it's only 10:58. It's still kind of early, even though I like to be in bed by now. Like, it's still kind of early. But I don't want to get off the live and then Gigi wake up and then.
Oh no, she not gonna wake up. She out. She out. My baby get her. She getting up.
Yeah, but did y'all ever think somebody was gonna come and save y'all? Like, shit, when I realized that wasn't the case, like, it motivated me, but it also made me frustrated. And I'm like, damn, why couldn't the universe just give me what I wanted easily? Like, my brother had 10 cars at a point in time. I'm like, dang, if he just give me one of his cars, I'll be good. Like, I never.
But looking how.
Looking back, I'm
I know-
happy I didn't.
I know, but listen, but looking how you expected him. That's like me saying I expected Shania.
Yeah, I mean, this was when I was younger.
I know.
Said it mentioned many times. Like, of course, I was in the wrong way of thinking. Like, but at the same time, I had a master plan that I created in my head.
And then I was trying to get you to like. You can't say. I was like, are you sure? Like I was like.
Here was my plan. Like, we was gonna move to Vegas. My brother was gonna let me stay in his guest house. I was gonna become famous, get YouTube famous, get monetized quick. I'm thinking this in 2018.
And the whole time, I'm like, I don't
moved
think that.
To my brother's guest house for 8 months. He kicked us out. Then I had to.
And then the whole time, I was like, no, we should. The very first time we came out, like, I think we should get a place.
We had like we came to Vegas with like $10,000. Then we had our car full of shit. Yeah. We ain't had no job ahead. We ain't had no place ready for us or nothing. I came out here with my auntie, like, y'all can stay with us. Well, as soon as I moved out here and I came to see my brother, he was like, hey, you can stay at the guest house because somebody been breaking in. So I had already knew people was breaking in, and I knew he was going on tour. So I had already, like, why he kicked y'all out? It wasn't like,
yeah, it wasn't,
I mean, he was like, you gotta go, but I don't know why, like, but I had already told him, like, as soon as I get my school money, we gonna move out. But he was like, hey, when your school money come? He kept asking me like that for a month. So on one day, he like, yeah, I gotta be gone by this day. So luckily, the school money had hit soon around the time he had said that, and I was able to find a place the same time he said y'all had to go by this day. Like, he gave us 2 days in advance. He said, y'all gotta be gone. So I'm like, shit, all right, I'm cool. Like, and then we was good from there. I created Positive Minds Only. Never look back. I said, fuck YouTube. I'm not about to try to be in his footsteps, try to be like him when he acting like that towards me. Like, no, but I'm like, shit, I'm not trying to be like my brother.
I'm over here making faces, trying to get my feet Come through making sure I'm not hurting you.
I'm talking. I ain't even thinking about none of that. Like, so
I'm sure
everything
forget.
happened for a reason. If
Cause
I
we
had to
always
stay,
in here like this.
if I had to stay in his shadow, I'd have never got to this point now. Like I'd have still been, bro. When I was in his videos, I was like the laughing stock. When I would be in the video, either I was quiet or it was something you could laugh about on me on his videos. So I'm like, man, I ain't trying to be that person, be known as that person. Like I'm trying to be much like I want more for myself. I don't want to be just a comedy relief. Like at one point in time, I was like, yeah, it's cool. I want to be that person. But then I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck? I want to do this for? Why I want to be the co-star in somebody else's movie or show? I'm like, let me get out of here. Like, but at the same time, he was like, hey, y'all gotta go. So everything was working in alignment. So when I say he kicked me out, we was already gonna leave, but he was sent me the text saying, hey, y'all gotta be gone by this day. So everything happened for a reason, for a show. And that only built me up to be like he started. What I learned from my brother the whole throughout all of this, it taught me how to be like a man and speak up for myself. Like, cause I was seeing him and how he reacted and how he had everything he wanted and he wasn't settling for nothing. Like he wasn't apologizing for who he was. So I'm like, okay, I can take that from him. And if people like don't like it who I am, then fuck him, cause that's how he is. So shit, me being on my own and not having my brother to depend on and lean on. Mind you, he's a millionaire. Like he got money. Like if I was in his good graces, I'd have been way bigger by now. I'd have been a totally different like individual. Like I'm telling you, you wouldn't have never been here. I'd have been on YouTube live, but y'all
I don't
wouldn't have
even
been
think I
tuned
would
in.
have been here.
You don't think it would have been?
I don't think I was after you. I'm like,
But they
you was entertaining. Yeah.
But I was still growing into a spiritual
But
person.
would you have turned, like you said, you would have been a different person. You wouldn't be the person you are now.
But I was still trying to be a better person for this you. Like so, like it was still
Okay.
like
Okay. Okay. I'll get you on that one. Okay. But are you sure?
like for either way, I was gonna speak up for myself.
Okay.
Like that, cause that's what it boiled down to. Was like me speaking up for myself. Like not in a rush. Everything's gonna work out exactly. It worked out fine, perfect for me.
Yeah,
Like,
slow
most
and
people,
steady wins the race.
most people like
That's
I
what
was
the turtle said.
most people like if they get some type of they're around a famous person, they're around a rich person, and they end up not being around that person no more. Like they fall off forever. Like they'll never create nothing. They'll never do nothing. They always reminisce on how I used to be. Me, as soon as I stopped being around my brother, I'm like I didn't need you in the first place. I was only out here for 8 months when I was around him when I was in his videos. So for like I was 28 at the time. So for 28 years, 27 years of my life, I never depended on my brother for nothing. But when he got famous and rich, I became one of the people who became entitled. Like that's what it was. I became entitled because I'm like, this is my brother. Like we've been through everything. Hey, I feel like it was some things he owed me. So like that was a wrong on my behalf. So I deserved to get kicked out because I came to Vegas with the wrong intentions, not knowing not saying I was trying to manipulate my brother or anything, but that was just me learning about the law of attraction, learning like shit. I can have anything I wanted, but it's not gonna always come how I want it to. Like I had a plan of like it's gonna come like this. He gonna do this. I'm gonna be monetized on YouTube at this time period. Like none of it worked that way. So I'm like, shit, I had to learn that you got to build this shit up for yourself. Like, just the way my brother built it up for himself, I had to build my own brand up for itself. So he taught me a lot of stuff. So I'm not around him now, and it's like that for a reason. I don't want his fans to start coming back to my page and shit like that. I don't want that. I want to build my shit up big enough and strong enough so my fans will always outweigh anybody else's fans. I don't want to be known as the little brother anymore. Well, that's why I like shit. We here now. speak it into existence and learn as you grow. Exactly. Live every day like shit. Like you don't fuck with nobody think. Because everybody gonna always have an opinion on what you should be doing, how you should be acting, what you should be saying. Like, I'm gonna live my life unregrettable. I learned a lot from my big brother before he died from cancer.
I'm sorry to hear that.
A lot of people been like cancer been popping up a lot lately. So I hope. I just found out my niece got cancer, and I found out my auntie got cancer. So like for you to say your brother died from cancer, like dang, like my condolences. But I also understand like death ain't no sad thing. Like your brother's still there with you. Now he's able to go everywhere with you. Now he's able to have your back. That's your ancestor. Like if you call on him to like and ask him for any type of help, he's gonna help you. Like if it was a certain food or certain drink he like, if you put that like on a table for him, like to have his picture set up, watch some magic happen. Like for real, cause your brother is always there with you. I know you feel him. I know you. Sometimes you know you feel like he's
smell
around.
a certain scent that you know
like
that he
he
likes.
there with like anybody who got somebody who's transitioned, they're not in heaven far away or in hell under the ground. Like nah, they're still there with you. Most people just forget about like forget about them. Like just move on with life. Be like shit. I got a army full of ancestors. Anytime I got a family member or a friend who pass away, like my ancestor now, like shit. Everybody say I look like him. Like so, he's definitely still there with you. He right there with you right now. Like the fact that you talking about him, like he letting you know I'm right here with you. That's how it be. So when you start even thinking about them, if you thinking about a person who passed away, they letting you know they right there with you. There's multiple ways they communicate with you. You just gotta be open to receiving it and knowing like shit. Dang, my ancestors is around me. Like shit, they do appear. Like I do get thoughts. I do hear their voice. I do smell them. Like shit. I don't know. Most people be like, you shouldn't communicate with the dead, but they be praying to Jesus. Like, ain't Jesus, wasn't he a human being that died and transitioned? Wouldn't that make him an ancestor? Like, so what's the difference between somebody I know was here than somebody who I'm not for sure was here? Like, either way, you can call on Jesus. I'm not knocking nobody, but at the same time, like, your ancestors, you can call on them, pray to them, and they gonna look out for you. I've been open, just grateful for everything. Yeah, I can see you open. Yeah, like that's ain't supposed that you on the right path. It ain't like you being held back. You probably going through certain things, or you want certain things in life that you don't got now, but you good. Like you on the right path. Everything gonna come when it's supposed to come. That's what I believe. But let me bring this closer. I don't put it in the camera or anything, but I don't know like still any new people.
I know it's a window over there that's open as well.
But yeah, like I love being alive now. It's becoming more natural. Life a marathon, but I don't quit. You can't quit. Or unless some people commit suicide, then that's quitting. But that's just gonna send you way back. That'll take you to hell. Committing suicide, it's really a hell when you die. Is when you commit suicide, because you cut a contract, you breaking a contract. So I don't ever advise nobody to just go out that way. That's the easy way. That ain't even no easy way. When the consequences.
11:11.
Up 11:11. Make sure y'all make a wish, even though it probably ain't 11:11 when y'all let.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If y'all not subscribed, hit that notification bell. I've been going live every day, so I'm gonna continue.
So we'll
Like
go
it,
ahead and see y'all tomorrow.
yeah. It's just time for us to get about this month. What we've been in here for 3 hours. So peace till tomorrow.